thrown at them. They say they've been berated by customers more in the past 2 years than ever before. Many large pharmacy chains have tried to help alleviate some of the stress by reducing store hours, offering more breaks, and giving out bonuses. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
One of three transgender performers on HBO's La Veneno hit has died.
Señoras y señores, aquí, esta noche, Cristina, La Veneno.
The family says Spanish TV personality Isabel Torres, who played Cristina Ortiz Rodriguez, died Friday at the age of 52. She documented her treatments for lung cancer. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Bill Bradley Services is going to help you stay warm and toasty this winter with the Bill Bradley Services $50 off HVAC repair discount. This $50 discount is our way of saying thanks for over 50 years of fixing your home. Call now to schedule your HVAC repair and save $50. Bill Bradley Services, the region's only certified room dealer. Certificate number 84449.
Recent prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Wait a minute, are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app? Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas. Does it actually add up to anything? Only $200 to $300 this year. Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code TIME for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your first fill. You can cash out anytime your bank account, PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code TIME for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. That's code TIME. See website details on our 2-month subscription offer. Guys, eat great and lose weight with Nutrisystem for Men. Get our new premium meals with up to 30 grams of protein.
Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Okay, Alabama Policy Institute, what they talking about?
Toasted ravioli, sesame beef with broccoli, easy to prepare and made in minutes. The secret, advanced nutritional science that helps keep your blood sugar levels steady and you losing weight. With Nutrisystem for Men, you get your breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and snacks all delivered right to your door. Just go to Nutrisystem.com/fast right now and get 50% off. You heard me right. Go to Nutrisystem.com/fast right now and get 50% off all plans. Don't wait. This special offer will not last long. Just go to Nutrisystem.com/fast right now and get 50% off. Go to Nutrisystem.com/fast.
Attention Alabama voters, stand by for a Republican election alert. President Donald J. Trump has endorsed conservative Mo Brooks for U.S. Senate in the Alabama Republican primary. Repeat, Trump endorses Brooks for Senate. Speaking at a rally here in Alabama, President Trump repeatedly praised Mo Brooks.
Mo is someone who has fought harder than anyone else in Congress. He's got courage. He's an honest guy. He is really a fighter. With conservative patriots like Mo Brooks fighting for us in Washington, I have never been more confident that we will defeat the radical left. Your next U.S. Senator from Alabama, Mo Brooks.
Mo Brooks.
That was President Trump endorsing Mo Brooks for U.S. Senate.
Just hold off on that for a minute.
Trump Republican choice for U.S. Senate.
Just for a minute. I'm just saying. Just for a minute. Let's see something new. Platitudes, platitudes, platitudes. Nothing new. Nothing. Just nothing.
And completed post-secondary level coursework in finance engineering, economic asset management, distribution economics, industry finance analytics, business management, and must have at least one business management internship with automotive parts manufacturer. Resume to HR, NC Controls Alabama Incorporated, 375 Highway 203.
Whenever you call me, I'll be there.
Controls Alabama Incorporated.
1440.
And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Is sponsored by Allstate. Are you a safe driver? Are you looking to save money? With DriveWise from Allstate, the safer you drive, the more you can save. And Allstate Better Protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Another day, but plenty of sunshine and even warmer temperatures. A very cold start down in the 30s with some frost or good rates in the afternoon in the upper 60s. Plenty of sunshine. For tonight, it'll be mostly clear. There'll be a few more clouds late tonight into Wednesday morning. It's still dry around 31 tonight. Low in mid-70s Wednesday. Partly cloudy and storms become likely late Thursday, and there is a risk for severe weather as well. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Steve.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we're looking good. Your Tuesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate system is moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Glen, Auburn, Greenville. No problems on Highway 80 or 14 coming in from
thanks, sir.
231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Other in light traffic. Shopping is incredible at Premier Place. Shop Big Lots, Burke's Outlet, Michael's, GameStop, Lidmark, and more. Premier Place in Prattville, another great Clinton and Company development. Buckle up front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
You love it. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday. A mother is pleading for justice following the loss of her 3-year-old son to gun violence. Jason Green was shot and killed while riding in a car with his dad Friday afternoon just north of downtown Montgomery. Mom wants someone to come forward with information to help police put the shooter behind bars. Jason's funeral is set for this Saturday. Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill says former President Donald Trump will help in the state's annual photo ID and voter registration initiative. We're told the commercial was produced during Secretary Merrill's visit to the president's Mar-a-Lago estate last November. Every year, the Secretary of State's office produces a campaign to ensure all registered voters have a photo ID, vote registration, and voter participation. In Lee County, one lane of I-85 is now back open after a fiery multi-vehicle crash. The Lee County coroner confirms at least one person has died in that crash. It happened near mile marker 51. The road is closed all the way to exit 57. No road in that lane to reopen.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Is your current home loan the right fit for you? Your historic low rates may be a great reason to refinance, but when matched with an expertly chosen loan from Loan Depot, you could be saving money and paying more towards the bottom line. Call a Loan Depot loan officer and ask about our 27-year smart term loan or our 10-year ARM loan. Get a great rate matched with a great loan by calling 866-888-LOAN or visit LoanDepot.com. Loan Depot, home means everything. Rates are subject to change.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 844-47-BIBLE. That's 844-47-BIBLE. 844-47-BIBLE.
They are the two sexiest fat men alive. Really fun. And you can hear Rick and Bubba on News Radio 1440, beginning at 9 a.m.
Likely fail often.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440 on your radio, or 95.1 Channel 3 on HD Radio. And if that all fails, you can always go to our website, newsradio1440.com. Or you can go to, we got our own app, News Radio 1440. That's a free one. Or you can go to TuneIn Radio. So there's no excuse unless you just don't like me, which I've heard sometimes. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Because if you listen to my voice, you have been blessed this day. You are still here. It is time for our daily bread. It is February the 15th, 2022 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, We Are One. Scripture inside today comes from Romans 12, 1 through 5. But Romans 12 and 2 says, Do not conform to the pattern of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And again, it is February the 15th, 2022 AD. It is a day like all the other days that has never been before, and this day won't ever be again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you ought to do this day. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you did. So whatever it is that you decide to do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you have lived a while, like I always say, if you have lived a while, you have seen, you have heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should not be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. Benjamin Elijah Mays once said that whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all have, and we all will. But you'll never be a failure unless you decide to quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever, ever quit. You never give up. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, you keep moving forward. Don't ever quit, because quitters never win. And winners, although they may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you. And no matter what happens this day, remember this day, like all the others, it is a great day to be alive. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine.
Welcome to today's encouragement from our daily bread. My name is Sochil Dixon. Today in We Are One, I'm sharing a story that God used to teach me how to love my neighbors as I love myself. In a small farming community, news travels fast. Several years after the bank sold the farm David's family had owned for decades, he learned the property would be available for sale. After much sacrifice and saving, David arrived at the auction and joined a crowd of nearly 200 local farmers. Would David's meager bid be enough? He placed the first bid, taking deep breaths as the auctioneer called for higher bids. The crowd remained silent until they heard the slam of the gavel. The fellow farmers placed the needs of David and his family above their own financial advancement. This story about the farmer's sacrificial act of kindness demonstrates the way that Apostle Paul urges followers of Christ to live. Paul warns us not to conform to the pattern of this world by placing our selfish desires before the needs of others and scrambling for self-preservation. Instead, we can trust God to meet our needs as we serve others. As the Holy Spirit renews our minds, we can respond to situations with God-honoring love and motives. Placing others first can help us avoid thinking too highly of ourselves, as God reminds us that we're a part of something bigger, the church. The Holy Spirit helps believers understand and obey the scriptures. He empowers us to give selflessly and love generously so we can thrive together as one. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Romans chapter 12, verses 1 to 5. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment, in accordance with the faith God has distributed to each of you. For just as each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not all have the same function, so in Christ we, though many, form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. Let's pray. Father God, thanks for reminding us to see past our personal space. Please rid us of our selfishness so we can love selflessly and stand as one with our brothers and sisters in Christ. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Well, that means it's time to rise and shine. You've had the word. Now it's time to get up with the birds. It's time to go to work. If you don't have a job, well, get one. Hey, be a man. Don't retire. All right. All right. Good morning to you. Rope. Have you heard? Oh, dilly, oh, dilly, have you heard? We're gonna jump from a big-eyed bird. We're gonna jump from a big-eyed bird. Stand up, look up, shuffle to the door. Stand up, look up, shuffle to the door. And lift right out and count to four. Lift right out and count to four. If my main don't open wide. If my main don't open wide. Reserve by my side. I got a reserve by my side. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be. Rough and tough. Hey, la, 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 hey, hey. Hey, la, 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 hey, hey. La, ho. G.I. Grits and G.I. Gravy. We're so glad we didn't join the Navy. G.I. Green and G.I. Corn. We're so glad that we're airborne. Hey, lordy, lordy, hey. There we go. All the way. Every day. All the way. Yeah, thank you so much. Good morning to you. And now, of course, we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and the Coast Guard, and Space Force, and anybody else I leave out? Okay, the Merchant Marines. You got to give them guys some props, okay? Because during World War II, those guys, listen, without those guys, we may not have won. So let's give them folks a little props out there. And also give some props to the Montgomery Police Department, Chief Harris, Montgomery Sheriff Department, Derek Cunningham, to the mayor, his honor, the mayor. We disagree on sometimes with you. I mean, I believe, but I like the guy. But we don't have to agree on everything. You know, I mean, brothers and sisters fall out. You know, ain't no big deal. You know, I don't like everything my mother used to say. But I love my mom. Okay, so I'm just saying. You know, that's just where it goes sometimes. But I think he's a dynamic brother. I know. Okay. Mayor, forget that brother stuff. He's an esteemed leader of this city. All right. Anyway, good morning to him. And anybody else? I miss anybody? Okay, I hope not. I kissed enough butt this morning. Oh, don't forget the maintenance department. Okay, forget those guys. Anybody else? All right. Popo, I say good morning to the police. Yes, it did. Okay. Say good morning to the sheriff. You got that out of it. Okay, good. So at least today, hopefully, I won't get a ticket. And a special thanks to all the people who go in when everybody else is running out. If you stand there a little longer, you'll see me running out with them. Okay. When I was younger, I was a hero, but not anymore. We're done with the hero stuff. Okay, I might go back in and help somebody. It'll be on my mind. And good morning, United States Air Force. Maxwell and Gunner. This is an Air Force town. Got to pay homage. If you're going to kiss up, you got to kiss up to the people in charge. Okay, I'm just saying. Of course, it does bother me that they don't have a sergeant major. That just kind of, I don't quite get that. Okay, I'm with you. Is there any other branch of service that don't have a sergeant major? Okay. Oh, yeah, the Navy. Yeah, the Navy. Okay, I got you. But the tough branches have sergeant majors. I just want to let you know that. The real men have a sergeant major. Okay, maybe that came out wrong. Already. I know you guys say to yourself, how did you do it? How did you get up every morning on time? Okay, there's a three-letter word. Okay, a three-letter word, and I think everybody will agree it has to be God. Because me personally, I'd be tired some mornings. You know, I want to grab the blanket and I want to call it a morning and go right back to sleep. But however, some of us have missions in life, and I think I've taken this one on as my mission. Okay, that's what it's my mission to make sure that for the few you guys get up in the morning and get your act together. That's my job to give you a something to mess with first thing in the morning. That's my job. I don't keep sending me these things on my thingamajigger here, but that's okay. We good. Okay, there we go. Turn that off right quick. All right then. Now, what else is going on out there this morning? I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, I got so much stuff to talk about today until I'm gonna have to do like an extra hour today in order to finish all the stuff that I have. Okay, but I don't worry about that right now. We won't do that at the moment. I'm just saying. Anyway, remember they said I'm reminding every morning what the Navy SEALs say in their training. The only easy day was yesterday, but the fact of the matter is, if you have any day, it's a great day to be alive. All right, now let's take a little break, and we'll come back with lessons of life today in history, some Black history today. Oh yeah, I got some Black history. See, no, for years I've never did the Black history thing, but then there are some people who don't really think that, I mean, we did our thing. We helped contribute to the United States. Well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. But my mother and my father, my grandfather, and grandma, we did. We did good. Anyway, so let us come back with some of that, and after these great messages, and let's see, lessons of life, some advice for you, and do I have anything else? Okay, I don't think I do. Okay, that's good. So you guys don't go any place. We'll be back uno momento. I think it's uno, but I don't know if it's uno or not. Actually, right? Oh no. However you say one. Well, uno, dos, tres, cuatro momento. Okay. So hang loose. We shall return as soon as I turn this thing off right over here, because I don't know why I never turn it off. But there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. So we'll be back. Is anybody excited like I am? I'm waiting for Top Gun Maverick to come out. I mean, I'm going to the theater. I don't care if everybody in town got COVID. Me and Z, we're going to put on a couple of masks. We're going to sit in that studio, and we're going to watch Tom Cruise one more time fly that jet. Okay? Okay, it's really not flying the jet, but, it's a movie. Okay. Anyway, so y'all hang loose. I'm just can't wait. When is Tom? Somebody said it's coming out in May. I think that's when it's coming out in May. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm going to be right there, baby. Right there. And maybe by that time they'll have a picture of a 141 in there. I don't know. We'll be back.
With some frost will give way to an afternoon in the upper 60s. Plenty of sunshine. For tonight, will be mostly clear. There'll be a few more clouds late tonight into Wednesday morning, but still dry. We're down to 41 tonight. Low in mid-70s Wednesday, partly cloudy, and then rain and storms become likely late Thursday, and there is a risk for severe weather as well.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning.
Montgomery, right now we're looking good. Your Tuesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. No problems on Highway 80 or 14 coming in from Selma, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Still carrying light traffic. Shopping is incredible at Premier Place. Shop Big Lots, Burke's Outlet, Michael's, GameStop, Lidmark, and more. Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Now that we're getting back to normal, let's get our kids the academic support they need too. Whether you can tutor, mentor, or just have a little time to serve in your community, GetReadySet.org can match you up with a student in your community that suits your talents and time.
Get more information about Ready, Set, and Project Shine on our website, newsradio1440.com.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Bill Bradley to fix your home. So when it's time to replace your HVAC system, we'll come fix your home and give you a $300 instant rebate. This month, Bill Bradley Services is offering a $300 instant rebate on any HVAC system replacement. Call us today. Bill Bradley, the River Region's only certified room dealer.
Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Certificate number 84449.
Do you need cash? How about an equity loan on your home, mobile home, land, or even automobile? Mortgage Corporation of the South. We've been serving Central Alabama for well over 25 years, and we've helped folks cash in on the equity in their homes, mobile homes, land, and automobile. The cash can be used for anything you want, and the great thing, your credit does not have to be perfect in order to be approved. That's right. If you've had a prior bankruptcy or slow payments, if you have equity in your home, that is your equity. You've built it up. You've paid for it, and it's yours. You can get it. So get the cash you need. Use the money for whatever you want. Now, let's shift gears for a second. If you have perfect credit, we have some of the lowest rates that you'll find anywhere for refinances and home purchases. And the best thing, we offer 1 hour loan approvals. That's right, 1 hour loan approvals. Call us at 567-9000, 567-9000, or ncsloans.com.
MLS 232-876, Equal Housing.
Mike Durant, Blackhawk pilot, POW survivor. Mike Durant, fearless patriot, courage in combat. Mike Durant, job creator, family man, American hero. Mike Durant is the fighter, the leader, the conservative outsider Alabama needs in the United States Senate. Mike's not afraid to stand up to the woke mob in Washington, and he won't be bullied by radicals hell-bent on giving our country away. Mike Durant will defend our borders, secure our elections, and stop the runaway spending from the left. He'll take on the corrupt establishment, and he'll never forget why he stood. Alabama conservative, American hero. Mike Durant for the United States Senate. Paid for by Alabama Patriots PAC, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.alabamapatriotspac.com. Alabama Patriots PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Career politician Mo Brooks. Did he always support Donald Trump? No. In 2016, he said,
I was just asked a little while ago if I'm going to endorse Donald Trump, and I said, no, I'm not.
Did Mo Brooks always trust Trump? No. Again, he said,
I don't think you can trust Donald Trump with anything he says.
Did Mo think Trump would deliver as president? No. Saying again.
A lot of people who have supported Donald Trump, they're going to regret having done so. Donald Trump is not going to do what people think he's going to do.
Whoa, Mo. Say it ain't so. And now a shadowy DC club that also attacked Donald Trump is boosting Mo Brooks by launching false attacks against Christian conservative Katie Britt. Katie Britt has always been 100% pro-Trump. And as for Mo,
I don't think you can trust Donald Trump with anything he says.
That would be a no. Alabama's future paid for is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Alabama'sFuturePAC.com.
Attention men. Have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right, but you just couldn't perform? Now there's hope. The secret starts with a visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills don't work. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Aldridge,
is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half of full male performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including a PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call, even if the pills haven't worked, or you have a medical issue like heart problems or prostate issues. If you have erectile dysfunction and want to perform much better, call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Get your confidence back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See website for more information on side effects. Treatments extra. Results may vary. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial, the Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, not the best song I could actually choose for this morning. Okay, well, good morning, everybody. Hope the day finds you. I forgot to turn on the light so I can see in here, but that's okay. We won't do that right now. So good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. It is 6:40 in the morning. That means 20 minutes till the top of the hour. So if you got to be there by 7 o'clock, you have 20 minutes by which to arrive. You should make it there on time. I mean, you can get from here to Prattville in 20 minutes or less than that. So if you got to work in Montgomery, you ought to be. I mean, you got to be up. You got to be out of bed by now. Don't just not be getting out of bed unless you like take quick showers and stuff like that, and then you make it. But I don't suggest, I suggest you get up right now and get moving. Okay, that's just what you get. That's just what you got to do this time. All right. Now, all right. First of all, where's my thing in here? Here we go. Here we go. Lessons of life. These are things you learn strictly by living. And of course, there's word of the day. We always got a new word. Yesterday was the first time I hadn't did a new word of the day in a long time. Okay. But the word of the day is constancy. Okay, Constancy. Constancy. Now I know most of you folks don't know what that word means. That's okay, because that's why I'm here, like the teacher of the airways. Okay. So that word means, well, it describes me. Okay, it means steadfast of mind under duress. It means fortitude, which I have plenty of that. I got plenty of fortitude. That's what that means, fortitude. So constancy, Constancy. So, like, if let's say you go to school, okay, and the teacher looks at you like he's ready to feel sorry for you. Say, no, I got this, because I have great constancy. Okay, that's what you tell. I have great constancy. Okay, and then if he's a smart teacher, he'll leave you alone. He'll let you figure it out. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, it is being unwavering, unchanging. Okay, sometimes some of y'all need to change, but other than that, that's good. Okay, so that is the word of the day, constancy. To be steadfast of mind under duress. To have great fortitude. A state of being constant or unchanging. Okay, that's what it means, constancy. Now, the important part, the lessons of life. These are the things you learn strictly by living. You can hear about it someplace else, but you don't learn these things. It's kind of like running a mile. Yeah, I mean, you can think you can run a mile by watching somebody else run the mile. Let's put 2 miles in there. That's what we used to have to do in the PT test. So you don't learn how to run. Okay. You don't learn how to run a mile by looking at somebody else do it. Oh, no. One has to run the mile in order to get the full effect. In other words, by me lifting weights won't make you strong. Okay, it makes me strong. I'm just saying you might want to think about that. Okay, all right. Now, here is. I don't know where that came from. Actually, here is the lesson of life today. I have learned, I have seen the truth of what you have been through is only part of the story. It is said that you must keep writing the chapters because your older self will enjoy reading the book. So everything that you go through in life, it is merely a chapter. The book has not been written. But when it is written, you'll enjoy reading it. Okay? I'm just saying so. All right. Now, a little Black History this month. Okay, for the children out there. If there's any kids listening this morning, that's why I'm trying to be nice in the morning. Little Black History. Rebecca Lee Crumpler was the first Black woman to become a doctor of medicine in the United States of America. The Sugar Hill Gang, which is the only rappers I ever liked. Okay, they put out something called Rapper's Delight. Became the first commercially successful rap record. Sugar Hill Gang, that's 1970 something. Okay, now I'll play it for you later on. Let you hear. But it was actually pretty good. Actually, it was actually pretty good. None of that cussing, none of that stuff. It's kind of funny, actually. Matter of fact, the practice of vaccination was brought to America by a slave. With the recent devastating spread of COVID and other life-taking diseases, the life-saving vaccines that have started to turn the tide, well, some appreciation should be given to the man who brought the game-changing practice to the United States. In 1721, a smallpox epidemic struck the city of Boston. This highly contagious virus was killing hundreds during a time of lesser medical advancement. And it was an enslaved man by the name of, and I don't want to mess up the guy's name, but Onesimus, that changed everything. He was purchased in 1706 by a cotton mother, a prominent Puritan minister. So we got a minister buying people. Okay, we won't get into that right now. Through matter held a great distrust for his bought kin, he knew that the man was clever, and amid a spreading sickness, Onesimus confided in matter about the practice of inoculation, whatever that word is, inoculations, right, which had been used in Africa before. Centuries brought this vital information to this land. So anyway, so we got to thank a black man, for inoculations, okay, for a vaccine. We have to thank him. Good. I'm glad I found that out. The Alvin Ally American Dance Theater, which was black, which was changed the perception of American dance, was founded in 1958. Now, to show that I am not prejudiced, that I'm not cold-hearted or anything like that, I want to bring this a little bit of history to you this morning. Bayard Rustin, an LGBTQ rights activist, orchestrated the civil rights movement from behind the scenes. He was born in 1912. Bayard Rustin was an openly gay black man who acted as a key advisor to the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. In fact, he educated King on nonviolent civil resistance tactics. So you see, everybody's got some of this. Phyllis Wheatley was only 12 when she became the first female African-American author in this country to be published. She was 12 years old. And now this is something that most of you probably don't know, because I didn't know till I looked it up the other night. You know the I Have a Dream speech? Well, when he got to Washington, that was not part of the speech. No, he improvised that, okay? And it has become the most iconic part of his speech. But it was not part of the initial, what do you call it when you give somebody something? The template. It was not part of the deal. So I just thought I'd let you know that, it accidentally came out, and the rest, as they say, is history. All right. Now, did you know that Hattie McDaniel, the first African American to win an Oscar, she wasn't allowed to attend Gone with the Wind's national premiere. Hattie McDaniel was able to carve out a place for herself in Hollywood despite the rampant racism and consignment to bit parts. She paved the way for many African American women, but not without her fair share of obstacles. Her performances as Mammy in Gone with the Wind in 1939 won her Best Supporting Actress. She had to be absolutely good. I haven't really watched Gone with the Wind. I watched it passing the TV and I see it on, but I never really was sort of. But now I'm going to take a little bit more attention to her because how in the world in 1939 in America, in a pretty much a white-owned, white business, do you win an Oscar? And then not be allowed to go to the premiere. I don't know. America has been an interesting place. We have been a dichotomy. We have been a duplicitous nation at times. At sometimes being the best nation that God had ever put on earth, and then other times being the worst. But anyway, she won that in 1939 for the Best Supporting Actress. Okay. Hattie went on to star in over 300 films. She was inducted into the Black Filmmakers Hall of Fame in 2006 and was the first Oscar winner to appear on a postage stamp. Despite her ultimate success, her choices insofar as she had any in roles were often criticized. The NAACP said Hollywood's roles for African Americans were narrowed to servants or characters whose main purpose was being comedically slow and dim-witted. Hattie was criticized for settling for lesser roles than her white colleagues. Despite this, Hattie went on to have a stellar career. Josephine Baker, remember her? Mm-hmm. Yep. She also was a spy for the French during World War II. Josephine Baker, one of showbiz's most iconic performers, left the United States due to overt racism, and she encountered in 1937 after marrying a Frenchman, Jean Lyon. She moved to Paris and renounced her U.S. citizenship in 1940 when the Nazis began their occupation of Paris. Baker showed how deep her loyalty to her adopted nation was, becoming a spy for the Allies. You know, I bet you a whole lot of people got the hell out of here back in them days if they had the way to do it. That's a whole different story. But I'm glad we're not where we used to be. Now, in 1967, the ban on interracial marriage in the United States was overturned because of one couple. They did make a movie about this, Mildred and Richard Loving. Okay, hey, you don't know who you love, right? You don't know who you love. It's one of those things that happen. All right. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on Maya Angelou's 40th birthday. Just thought I'd let you know that. And yesterday, or day before yesterday, now we come to Martin. Erin Jackson brought home gold. She's the first Black woman to win in a speed skating speed skating competition. I don't really know what speed skating is, but she's 29 years old and she's from Florida. So I'm telling you, and she then mastered the snow up there, I guess. I don't know. It was also in this day. Anyway, so that's some of Black history. Some of it don't sound so good, but we're moving right along. It is February the 15th. It is the 46th day of the year. There's 319 days left. On this day in 1989, the Soviet Union announced its last of its troops had left Afghanistan after more than 9 years of military intervention. Okay, so it took us 20 years to get the hell out of there. They left in 9. That should have been a message. Now, in 1564, Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei, whatever his name was, born in Paris someplace. He was born in Paris someplace in 1564. 1764, the site of the present-day St. Louis was established by Pierre Lacide and Auguste Chateau. Don't know why, I don't know. 1798, a feud between two members of the U.S. House of Representatives meeting in Philadelphia boiled over as Roger Griswold of Connecticut used a cane to whack Vermont's Matthew Lyon, who defended himself with a set of tongues. Griswold was enraged over the House refusal to expel Lyon for spitting tobacco juice in his face 2 weeks later. I probably would have smacked him too. 1879, President Rutherford B. Hayes signed a bill allowing female attorneys to argue before the United States Supreme Court. In 1898, the U.S. battleship Maine mysteriously blew up in the Havana harbor, killing more than 260 crew members and bringing the United States closer to war with Spain. In 1933, the president-elect Franklin Delano Roosevelt escaped an assassination attempt in Miami that mortally wounded Chicago Mayor Anton J. Cermak. Gunman, whatever his name is, Zangara, was executed more than 4 weeks later. See, they didn't take no time. They don't waste no time then. They just got you, took care of you. 1944, Allied bombers destroyed the monastery atop Monte Cassino in Italy. Don't exactly know what that is, but I'm going along with it. 1961, 73 people, including 18 members of the U.S. figure skating team en route to the World Championship in Czechoslovakia, were killed in a crash of Sabine Airlines Boeing 707 in Belgium. 1992, Milwaukee jury found that Jeffrey Dahmer was sane. I don't know how you can say that, but when he killed and mutilated 15 men and boys. I mean, how can you say he was sane? Maybe trying to get rid of him, but you can't say the guy's sane that does that. Anyway, the decision meant that Dahmer, who had already pleaded guilty to the murders, would receive a mandatory life sentence for each count. Dahmer was beaten to death in prison in 1994. 1994. What time is it? Okay, in 2004, Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the Daytona 500 on the same track where his father was killed 3 years earlier. Thank God I gave up racing on that, but he did. In 2005, defrocked priest Paul Shanley was sentenced in Boston to 12 years in prison for child rape charges. Make a brother go without a woman for 50 years, they're allowed to do anything. I'm just telling you. 2018, the last of the bodies of the 17 victims of a school shooting in Florida were removed from a building after authorities analyzed the crime scene. 13 wounded survivors were still hospitalized in response to the Florida school shooting. President Donald Trump, in an address to the nation, promised to tackle the difficult issue of mental health, but avoided any mention of guns. Nicholas Cruz, the suspect in the shooting, was ordered to be held without bond at a brief court hearing. And 5 years ago, President Barack Obama opened a meeting in Rancho Mirage, California, of leaders of the Association of the Southeast Asian Nations. I don't know what they talked about, okay, because I wasn't Asian, so they didn't invite me. Okay, I'm just saying. Certain birthdays that are today. Actor Claire Boone is 90 years old. Susan Brown Miller, never heard of her, is 86. Songwriter Brian Holland is 80. These folks getting old. Of course, I am too, so I guess that's okay. So since there's nobody on here that I really know, I'm gonna bypass this. I don't know who actor Amber Riley is, 35. Rap. I know this one. Yes, rapper Megan Thee Stallion is 26. I know who that is. Don't ask me how I know. I just heard of her. I don't know who she is. I know one of these restaurants, Hardee's or somebody, or Taco Bell. Somebody's got a sandwich named after her. I don't know what that sandwich tastes like, but I'm going to assume it's kind of exciting. All right. Anyway, that's some of the things that happened on this day. So I think we'll be back in a few minutes. Good Lord says the same, and we can start this party. All right. We'll be back, hopefully. 3 Stallion. What came with a name like that? But then looking at her, I can understand what they mean.
Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning. I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday. A mother is pleading for justice following the loss of her 3-year-old son to gun violence. Jason Green was shot and killed while riding in a car with his dad Friday afternoon, just north of downtown Montgomery. His mom wants someone to come forward with information to help police put the shooter behind bars. Jason's funeral is set for this Saturday. Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill says former President Donald Trump will help in the state's annual photo ID and voter registration initiative. We're told a commercial was produced during Secretary Merrill's visit to the president's Mar-a-Lago estate last November. Every year, the Secretary of State's office produces a campaign to ensure all registered voters have a photo ID, remote registration, and voter participation. In Lee County, one lane of I-85 is now back open after a fiery multi-vehicle crash. Lee County coroner confirms at least one person has died in that crash. It happened near mile marker 51. The road was closed all the way to exit 57. No road in that lane will reopen.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Newly released Russian video shows troops conducting military exercises in Belarus after the Kremlin announced it was pulling back some forces from the Ukrainian border. UN Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg.
So far, we have not seen any de-escalation on the ground, not seen any signs of reduced Russian military presence on the borders of Ukraine.
Correspondent Charlie D'Agata is in Lvov.
In an overt show of force, troops have stepped up military drills in the region. A U.S. official tells CBS News that Russia has now moved rocket launchers and long-range artillery into firing positions. New satellite images show ground troops moving from staging areas toward combat positions and newly deployed bombers.
There are fears a Russian invasion could drive gas prices here in the U.S. even higher. They've already spiked to their highest levels in 8 years. CBS's Errol Barnett.
The main cause of this recent jump is the high cost of crude oil, and Russia produces more than 1/10 of the world's oil supply. So, of course, any military action by Russia in Ukraine could send the price of oil well over $100 per barrel.
Former President Trump will need to find a new accounting firm for his business group. Mazars USA cutting ties for what it says are decades worth of financial statements that are no longer reliable. Criminal and civil investigations are ongoing into whether the Trump organization illegally inflated the value of its assets. A Democratic candidate for mayor in Louisville, Kentucky has a scary story to tell.
A man walked into our office. When we greeted him, he pulled out a gun, aimed directly at me, and began shooting.
Craig Greenberg says neither he nor any of his 4 staffers was injured. Police say they arrested a local civil rights activist nearby. A mega drought in the West is making history. CBS's Vicki Barker.
Scientists studying tree ring data in the American Southwest say the period between the year 2000 and 2021 has been the region's driest 22-year period in 1,200 years. And without man-made climate change, the current drought would only be 60% as bad as it is.
Novak Djokovic is opening up about his decision not to get vaccinated against COVID, which cost him a top spot at the Australian Open last month. He tells the BBC.
The principles of decision-making in my body are more important than any title.
Dow futures are up 420.
Well, they may have a point.
This is CBS News.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance yours, Rocket Mortgage can help you get there. For home loan solutions that fit your life, Rocket can.
Exergen would like you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate. The study also reports that they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. We can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are essential. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
You can unlock more cash than you realize from your home's equity with a cash-out refinance today. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. And with Rocket Mortgage, you can unlock thousands in less than 3 weeks. But you've got to act right now before rates go up. So when you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 833-8-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. Rates coming as a 12-21 call. For information and conditions, legal license, new license, all 50 states, and West Consumer Access at over 30 call 800-490-1223 for disclosures and cost information.
Good luck finding avocados at the grocery store. The U.S. has suspended all imports from Mexico after an American safety inspector got a threat. KPIX-TV's Kit Doe from San Jose.
The suspension will remain in place for as long as necessary to ensure the appropriate actions are taken to secure the safety of personnel working in Mexico. The avocados will stay unharvested on the tree, where they will be fine for at least a few weeks.
We will not see
fruit going bad in the tree. However, it will have impact in terms of the income for all the families that depend on this industry.
David Magana is a vice president and senior analyst at Rabo Research. And according to his sources, the suspension could be lifted in about 2 weeks.
It was a massive streaming hit last year.
I've been sharpening my knife.
Netflix just unveiled a trailer for season 2 of Bridgerton, focusing on Lord Anthony's search for a wife. It begins March 25th. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
2022 is no time for beautiful windows in your home to be all covered up with the same blinds and shades you see in every home. And 2022 is definitely no time for cheap blinds and shades to leave your windows saying, please don't cover me up with these ugly coverings. This is Ben with Just Blinds in Prattville. Seriously, our goal is to help deliver a custom look for your home to be loved and timeless for years to come. Visit Just Blinds showroom in Prattville today or online at gojustblinds.com.
As Alabama's next senator, Katie Britt will protect the sanctity of life and never apologize for it. Katie Britt helped President Trump confirm Supreme Court Justices Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, two strong conservatives who respect innocent life and our Constitution. Now Katie is ready to take the fight to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to stop their radical pro-abortion agenda.
I'm Katie Britt. As a Christian conservative mother, I know that life is God-given. I also know that I've had about enough of radical liberals lecturing us about following the science while being okay with taking the lives of innocent babies in the 9th month of pregnancy. Where I'm from, that's called murder. And this mama, I'm not going to take it. I approve this message because saving babies starts with sending more pro-life moms to the U.S. Senate.
Christian conservative Katie Britt. She'll fight tirelessly for our pro-life values. Paid for by Britt for Alabama Inc.
Career politician Mo Brooks. Did he always support Donald Trump? No. In 2016, he said,
I was just asked a little while ago if
I love you. Did Brooks always trust Trump? No.
Okay, now let's see.
I don't think you can trust Donald Trump with anything he says.
Did Mo think Trump would deliver as president?
Of course not. Yeah, he did.
A lot of people who have supported Donald Trump, they're going to regret having done so. Donald Trump is not going to do what people think he's going to do.
What do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to do?
And now a shadowy
See, it ain't so. See, it ain't so.
Trump is boosting Mo Brooks by launching false attacks against Christian conservative Katie Britt. Katie Britt has always been 100% pro-Trump. And as for Mo,
I don't think you can trust Donald Trump with anything he says.
that would be a no. Alabama's Future Paid For is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Alabama'sFuturePAC.com.
The committee of Montgomery Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds. The department exists to engage, enlighten, and elevate a diverse, inclusive cultural arts community. They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organizational and individual cultural endeavors in our hometown. To advance this cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and avid patrons of the arts. If this is you, visit montgomeryal.gov and click on the Cultural Affairs page to register to be part of Montgomery's creative community.
Gentlemen, now you can find the best brands and fits for you without even trying. Just follow these easy instructions. Step 1. Shop a personalized store that does all the work for you by customizing a selection for your taste and body. Step 2. Level up your closet with the best brands and fits with little to no effort. Not trying has never looked so good. Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store. We're so you.
Is your prostate waking you up more often than your alarm clock? The fact is, the older you get, the more likely you'll have prostate problems, which can affect your everyday life. That's where Prostate Complete by Real Health comes in. Prostate Complete is the result of 20 years of experience as a leader in men's health. The powerful formula in Prostate Complete supports natural prostate function and reduced urinary urges for a better quality of life. Available at Walmart. Visit prostate1perday.com for special offers. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. All right, now, in an effort to continue a conversation we started yesterday with Representative Charlotte Meadows, who had some competition in her race, Mr. Insler, which I haven't heard from yet. They haven't decided to come up here and talk to her brother, which is okay. That's all right. I imagine he will when he realizes that I'm the man. And he won't win that district that I'm in unless I'm for him. He'll figure that out. He'll figure that out. Because my constituency over in that neighborhood, they love me over there. Okay, they go by what I tell them to do. Okay, so Insler, if you want any shot of getting in there, you need to come up here and convince me that you're worthy. Okay, that you're worthy. You don't get it just because you are, who you are. You don't get it just for that. Okay, I know you used to work for the mayor and all that stuff, but that don't hold no weight with me. Okay, you got to come talk to us. You don't get there on reputation. You get there on reservations. In other words, we sort of pick the spot for you. Now it's been a while since I voted for a Democrat. Well, the last Democrat I voted for was Mayor Reed. Now and him, and there's only two people I voted for Democrat: a woman that's running for judge, and the mayor. And because I basically I liked them, and I thought they're smarter than I was, so that's cool. Okay, now the smarter than I am thing. Well, I've had to reevaluate that situation, but they got more education than I had, formal education. I have more life experiences than they do, but that's okay. You don't get an office. Well, you do get an office by life experiences, but not too often. Okay, I'm just saying. So good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. And so I'm sitting at the barbershop the other day before I go to the phones here. I'm sitting at the barbershop the other day, and we're talking about this new bill where I mean, it's the first time that people think that you should pay for something that you're not using. I mean, if somebody said, will you pay your neighbor's light bill? And you're going to look at them and say, hey, I didn't use the lights. But when it comes to school, public school, we want other people to pay for something that they're not using. Okay? So if my child, I want to send him to Valiant Cross or send him someplace else, why shouldn't that money come with him? Since the money that is allocated is based on the population of the school and how many of those people, I guess, own food stamps. What a way to count people. Seriously, what a way to count people. Well, let's say we got a bunch of folks that's hungry in there. They must not be very smart. I mean, what a way to categorize people. Well, we're going to categorize your school based on how many people got food stamps. Now, all that means is that, they're a little short sometimes and they need some groceries. That has nothing to do with the intellect. At least, I don't think so, unless something's changed that I don't know about. But anyway, so again, why should people who do not send their kids to public school pay for? So I hope Charlotte Meadows' bill does get some recognition and at least see the light of day, so they at least get a vote on it. Public school needs competition. It needs competition. They don't need to know. All they got to do is show up for work one day and they're going to get a check, regardless of the outcome of their lessons. So I believe they need, most abundantly need competition. Okay. So I'm just telling you, I don't know. I guess I'm one of the few people who think that way, but I just think right now it's the only place in town where we're supposed to pay for it, whether we use it or not. Something's wrong with that picture. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number. You want to give us a call? Love to talk to you. What's everyone? Let's see how can I get this. Good morning. Who's this?
You know I'll always corner you off, mister.
Say again? Yeah, say again.
You know I can always corner you off before you hang up on this one. Once I get the best of it, you're going to be ready ease on off the phone. But
well, you spent a lot of time telling me that rather than tell me what you're going to talk about.
But here's the thing though. Do you get food stamps?
No.
Who paid for that?
Well, who paid for what?
You trying to make a comparison a while ago. You saying that people sending the kids to school, paying for kids to go to school in public school, and their kids doesn't go there. We pay for people to get food stamps. I don't get them, and you don't get them. I just didn't get them. Let me use the correct terminology for you, sir.
Okay, but again,
food stamps.
No. But there are some things people listen. My Democrat side. Wait a minute. Let my Democrat side come out for a second. There are some things there are some things that people need and they can't afford, and so I think we have an obligation to help those people. And food stamps just a small way of helping. I'm telling you, to judge a school by whether or not, by how many people get food stamps, okay, whether or not, what kind of assistance they're going to get is an insult.
I just went with your analogy. But anyway, these people are making a choice to.
No, we're not. No, we're not. It is a choice. No, it is a choice that is made for us by the devaluation and by the inability to raise the school standard to a higher plane.
Give me 3 points of my opinion about this whole thing without interrupting stuff. Can I get those 3 minutes in?
3 points.
Here's my deal right here. People running around talking about they want school choice, and I hear a lot of private schools complaining already because they don't want certain people in their private school with their kids, so they don't think it's a good idea because you got a Joe Blow, one of the cats that got a pen hang out the butt over at one of the public schools, but he real intelligent and smart, okay?
He should look like it. Then he should look like it. No. Walking around with your pants below your butt, you are not smart. They're not. Listen. They're not smart either. And they're not smart either.
You cannot let a person
Yeah.
make his point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let me make my point. Okay, this he goes to the private school. He's really intelligent and smart, okay? A student, A+ student. But some of the parents see him hanging with their kids. They don't like that.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Wait. Let me ask you. Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Wait. Okay. I'll just turn the mic down. Let me ask you a question. Okay. Now I want to ask you one question. Then I'll let you finish. I don't know any young man that walks around with his pants on his butt that's smart. I don't know any. Do you know one? I don't. I don't. I've never seen one. No. Well, have them call me. Have them call me. Being born in an age of computerism don't make you smart. And they stupid too. So they're not smart either. They're not smart. No. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't. But. Okay. Well, but listen. Black folks can start a school. St. Jude is a new school now. I mean, so why follow people? Why follow people? These people to come in with their culture and come in and come into that school. Okay. All right. So anyway, the bottom line is that you believe that I should pay for a school system that I'm not using. That food is a necessity. Going to that particular school is not. Anyway, okay, it's a choice. All right, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
Education is a way of life too. And it's just if you can't own a living and make it a living.
Not if you're not getting one.
But they are. You want to perpetrate that they're not. Let me, since you got on that same thing about the, your federal government programs are set up on the economic of a family, and that's one way that they negate how you get your lunches. But now, since everybody's getting fed in the school system, it doesn't make a difference. I think you mentioned, remember when Ms. Lita Catering was started and the MPS food system prepared their meals for their schools and she didn't have lunchroom.
Right.
You forget about that.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? I'm saying when you talk about free programs, so you have to use the system that you're talking about come back to it. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You can talk about the system, but you use that system to make a step for you. You'll step on that system to get where you need to go with your school. They did you a contract favor, but still y'all want to sit on the air like so much wrong with MPS system.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Listen. All the magnet schools and LAMP. No. They are part. No. Wait a minute. They are part of the Montgomery Public School system. Somebody needs to tell me why that the expectations of learning are higher there and the environment is better there than it is in traditional schools.
You can't tell me nothing about MPS school system, which I've been in over.
No, I just want you to tell me why. Tell me why they're Nobody has explained the difference to me. Nobody has explained the difference. Okay. No, it hasn't. Well, act like I'm really stupid this morning and explain it to me one more time.
If you want someone to come on your show, all you got to do is pick up a phone call and call.
Listen.
Excuse me. I'm gonna wait to give you your turn.
Listen. I don't need to call them. They should call me.
But just tell the people that you don't have to call them. You think they're gonna drop out the air and call you? So you
Yes.
Don't make the people come that to your station and then you act like you tried to get in touch with. That's why I didn't call you, but you hear now.
Well, again, and again, nobody's explained to me why the environment in the magnet program is different than it is in a traditional school.
You're not going to sit here on the air and say every school because you have one bad experience with one school.
No. I had two boys go to school.
You don't know about every traditional school. So stop perpetrating that lie about every traditional school is like the school that you're having experience with.
I've been to a couple of other schools in the system too. Okay, so I'm not trying to do reporting. You know. All right. Why do I want to be down there? Oh, wait a minute. Here's a reason to be at the council meeting today. No. I got to worry about. That's the place where my child is going to. No, don't. Why not? The system. That's part of the system.
And you know what they said? It's not funny. Your old board member, your new board member.
Yeah.
Do you know who it is?
Don't care. Just care about the one that's supposed to represent me.
Do you know who your new board member is? He's chairman of the board.
Oh, Claire Wills is it? And I thought it was mine. And I'm trying to wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out. Wait a minute. Okay, first of all, logic and reason. How is Lisa Keith my representative? But no, yes she is. But she doesn't have a. Okay. Lisa Keith is my board member, but she doesn't have any high schools. So Claire Will is the representative. Yes, she is. Prove it. Bye. I gotta take a break. Dr. Key, please help me. I know you're my board member, but you don't have any high school. Okay. Okay, I gotta call her and see, because this is crazy. Let me wait one more call before I take my first break. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
You want the question answered about why the Montgomery Public Schools have such a disciplinary problem?
Yes.
Because we have parents that send unruly children to school and expect the school to do something they can't do because their children took over their household, so they go and take over the school too. So the parent and the school not working together trying to do something with the unruly children.
Then why not send them home? Why not send them home? Get them out of the school.
Why you can't just call the police and take them home back to where they come from? I said the same thing, but they got the USA, what they call laws and policies.
There is no law. I looked it up. There's no law that says you cannot send an unruly child home. There's no law in the books.
When the parents and the school get together, and us, the ones that pay the taxes, like I don't have these children in the school, but my taxes going to it.
Right.
Doing it for 1990.
Yours and mine. Mm-hmm.
Paying taxes.
Right.
So when parents and the school get together, they come to the meeting of the minds and figure out what they're going to do with them, or KI is going to have some real good prisons in the next 3 or 4 years to put in it. So then you won't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, again, though, the I don't care if you got the dumbest parent in Montgomery. That is, the school does not have to put up with that. They want to.
You supposed to rear it up in the way that he should go. Then you send it to the school with a fence so they can.
And if you don't send, all right, I got you. Well, whatever they have to do, whatever they have to do, I don't care what they got. They need to do something. But again, I've been waiting for the answer. Tell me where it says that you have to put up with an uncontrollable child, okay, in public school. I'm looking for that law because I've looked for it for years. Show me where that's at. I see superintendents don't want to do it. Like the superintendent we got now told me to my face, I don't like sending people home. Really? So you rather spoil the whole environment for everybody else? I don't know. We'll be back. I support school choice. The money should follow the child.
This report is sponsored by Kelley Blue Book. Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer is an official offer to buy your car. Enter your vehicle ID info, answer some questions, then get a no-obligation offer to sell or trade it. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car, schedule a time, and drive away with confidence. For all of the hits, KBB.com hits.
Another day with plenty of sunshine and even warmer temperatures. A very cold start down in the low 30s with some frost will give way to an afternoon in the upper 60s. Plenty of sunshine. For tonight, it'll be mostly clear. There'll be a few more clouds late tonight into Wednesday morning, but still dry. We're down to 41 tonight. Low in mid-70s Wednesday, partly cloudy, and then rain and storms become likely late Thursday, and there's a risk for severe weather as well. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we've got an accident reported East Boulevard at Vaughn Road. Keep your eyes open for that. East Boulevard at Vaughn Road. Outside of that, interstate system looking good, moving smoothly. No reasons for an alternate route there. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Spring Mini Turn B registration is open at Trentham State. Classes begin March 7th. Call Trentham State today. Change your life. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Hi, I'm Dave Kayas, host of Barbecue Radio Nation, along with my co-host, barbecue expert Dan Hathaway.
Every week, we will be giving you the best tips on how you can grill and smoke your favorite meats, vegetables, and even desserts.
Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned expert, our show is designed to help you become a better backyard barbecuer.
And from my years on the competition circuit, I will show you how you can be the envy of your neighborhood.
Be sure to tune in for Barbecue and Fun, Saturdays at 6 p.m.
right here on News Radio 1440.
Make your mark with historic savings during the President's Day event at Thomas & Chrysler and Dodge Jeep Ram. Save big on your new Ram truck. They have more coming every day. And be presidential. And the all-new Wagoneer is here now and ready for you. Plus, your trade-in has never been worth more. They give you the most for your trade-in. The best vehicles are always at ThomasAutomotive.com, where you drive a little and save a lot.
Inflation just broke a nearly 40-year record thanks to Biden's out-of-control spending, and every second that goes by, you are losing more and more of your hard-earned savings. And you can fight back. Instead of letting Democrats treat your savings like your own piggy bank, with trillions spent on their radical far-left agenda, you can protect what you've earned by converting your IRA or 401k into gold with Birch Gold Group. Hi, this is Stephen K. Bennett, and I'm one of Birch Gold's many happy customers. To learn how to set up your own gold IRA, get a free 2020 typical kit. When you text the word gold-backed IRAs make it simple to ensure your savings will be there when you need it in a tax-sheltered account. No matter what happens in Washington, D.C., text SHELTER to 989898 right now to get your free info kit on gold IRA. There is nothing to buy, no obligation at all. Text SHELTER 989898. Take action, do it today.
Family. It looks a little different for everyone. For some, it's mom and dad. For others, roommates who feel like family. And for others, it's your significant other, their golfing buddies, your children, the high school soccer team starting lineup, and oh look, they're all taking you up on the offer to stay for dinner, really testing the limits of that phrase, the more the merrier. But no matter where you call home, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save on home and car insurance. Easier than making 3 frozen pizzas and assorted frozen veggies into a cohesive meal.
Visiting. I'm sorry, I'm late. Traffic is terrible. It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently. Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Wait a minute, are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with a Get Upside app? Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas. And does it actually add up to anything? I'll make $200 to $300 this year. Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code TIME for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime your bank account, PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code TIME for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. That's code TIME.
They are the two sexiest fat men alive. Really fun. And you can hear Rick and Bubba on News Radio 1440, beginning at 9 a.m. Depend on
it. You know, one of the things, and after doing this job for a while, you begin to remember the same cliches. You begin to remember the promises that people make. All we have done for 30 years since I have been here, we have changed the owner of the seat, but we haven't really changed anything in the system. Because when people get to in politics, they see how much power they really don't have. So in order to get some semblance of power, even though it is a fleeting thing, they go along pretty much to get along. Pretty much. It's kind of like the old trick of minimum wage, and the old trick that the state of Alabama is talking about getting rid of taxes on groceries. It's a cap one of those cap things. Okay, it's not on the grocery, but it's someplace else. So We never get rid of taxes. Nothing really ever changes. Now, I heard the mayor other day, say that there's something coming for West Montgomery. I've been hearing that for 30 years. Something's coming for West Montgomery. Mm-hmm. Been hearing it. And by the time that I remember again what they said, it's time. Thank you. It's a shell game, right? It's a shell game. The ball is someplace. You just don't know where it is. It's still there. Okay. And something else I found out the other day. So now I don't understand. And again, I'm ignorant to some of these highfalutin governmental entities and the things they do. And it may be that the things they do are necessary. So if I'm a little ignorant on this one, then you guys can correct me. I'm a pragmatist. Okay, I'm a pragmatist. Okay, it doesn't take me hitting my head against the wall 18 times to know that the wall's not going to give out. I'm just going to knock myself the hell out. Okay, I just. And so let me say this. So we've been talking yesterday. We were talking about all the things in Montgomery that for years people have complained about. Madison Park, Macedonia, over here off of Lower Wetumpka Road. I mean, just all these places we've talked about need some help. And the big excuse we used to get. Now, this is the big excuse we used to get. Well, we don't have the money. Okay, all right, we don't have the money. We just don't have the money. Okay. Now we got the money. Okay, wait a minute. And the excuse now is, well, we got to see where we can spend it. So rather than spend one thin dime on at least beginning, if I'm the mayor of the city, if I'm a mayor, I'm willing to go to jail to help my folks out. Really, if I'll spend the money on that, and later on, if that means that I spent it wrongly, then sue me. Okay, sue me. Okay, just sue me then. Okay, but now we got the money. So now we're paying Levitate, which is a legal firm, which is cool. That's what they do. They a legal firm. We have paid them 4 payments, the city and the county together. We have paid them 4 payments of $42,000 a month, 42 grand a month. Okay. I believe the city pays 21,000 and the county pays about 20,800 and something like that. So anyway, it's $42,000. So that comes up to, okay, my math is not too good. So let me look at my calculator here. Let me look. 42,000. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 zeros times 4 equals. Okay. We have paid one entity $168,000 to tell us, because evidently we don't have enough people around town that can read a contract. All these lawyers, and we $42,000 a month. Okay, now if they said I'm going to pay you $42,000 for the whole year, okay, I can live with that. They lawyers, they deserve a good check for their expertise. 42 grand. The only payments that have come out of this thing has been to Levitate and to the Chamber of Commerce. And you all know I'm a friend of the Chamber, so I got nothing against the Chamber. But it is interesting to me, how did the Chamber of Commerce end up getting $118,000 when nobody else got anything? I mean, the distribution of this thing. So we're paying $42,000 a month to Levitate, and the only thing they figured out is that the Chamber of Commerce can get a check. Is that what you're telling us? The only people out of all of that paperwork, out of all of those rules and regulations, what we have figured out for 42 grand a month is that the Chamber of, and I love the Chamber. This is not about the Chamber. This is about the distribution of this money. Okay, I'm just saying. So 42 grand a month. All we figured out is that the Chamber of Commerce can get a check. Okay. Nobody else. Same thing. When we didn't have money, we said we didn't have money. Now we got money. Now we're saying, well, we don't know if we can spend the money. Are these the type of leaders that we need? When you don't have, everybody understands when you don't have something. Everybody understands. Everybody understands that it's not there. But what we have a hard time understanding is this. When it is there, but you tell me that for some reason we are paying a lot of that money out to an organization to tell us what we can do. That's the part, and that is what makes people's reliance or people's confidence in government go up the creek. Okay? You don't have it, so you can't spend it. You got it, and you can't spend it. But you can pay somebody to tell you what you can spend it on, even though you haven't spent it on anything but the person who's supposed to tell you what you can spend it on. Listen, I mean, I realize I don't have a PhD in finance or anything like that. Yeah, but I do got a little common sense. A little bit. I do have some. Okay, my mama made me go to school. You know, I had to sit there and pay attention to some of the things that was going on. And then the little time I did spend in college, you know, I learned a couple of things. You know, I didn't just go there and sit in class and go to sleep. I learned a few things, you know. I mean, not a whole lot, but I learned how to add. Okay. I learned how to add money. I could add that up. But anyway, 860-1440. And there's a meeting today at the State House about this school thing. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let me see. How do I get this line over here? Let me see. There we go. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
You haven't got the line fixed yet, huh?
Well, it's fixed. It's just
okay. Let me say this, Captain. Take all the kids and you'll primarily my enemy will come and attack me when I say this. Now you're talking about something that makes sense. We had a meeting with Brother Isaiah Sankey the other day. He was telling about all this money out there, what you said. And they try to figure out, like you said, what they're going to do. That money is for poor folks. I'm putting that in there. That's what that money was sent from. What? See, if I come on and tell you that, or somebody else, other folks don't give a damn, okay? Like guy called my show yesterday. He said, the people that didn't vote for that money, they don't care what you do with it. Those ones holding the money up. That money, excuse me, was sitting here to go into the poor black, white, and brown, community. But the leaders that you have will not give that money to the community. Like he was saying, there's a lot of things that money could be used for. But they won't give it to you now. That's your leader. They will not give that money to us. Okay? That's the bottom line. We're not gonna get none of that money. And he was kind of concerned about what's gonna happen. They're gonna spend that money everywhere, but where it needs to be, and when the time comes, won't be none come to these poor communities. The thing that we complain about all the time. One of my co-hosts said yesterday, why can't we get, and I shouldn't give this idea, I said they don't know. But they don't know, they try to duplicate it with it. See, well, why don't you buy these old schools and fix them up and train the people coming out of schools and train them and teach them, have jobs and different things, a lot of other things you can do. That's something you can do with some of the money. But they don't want that. They don't want that. I'm gonna try to stay calm. From the Catoma Creek to the red light up here, to Asher Road, Honolulu Road, Selma, all that connects. From there, there's been a whole cross in the front of my mama's house for 2 or 3 years. This road needs to be blacktop from there to there. They can use some of that money there. They're not going to do it. My so-called city council person, you can go in some area where nobody lives, out in the rural area, just in some areas, in a black house. Nobody lives in there. But what the residents of it, where we live at, they come to running 70, 80 miles an hour. That's a resident area. Nobody cares. They don't care nothing about poor folks. I'm just frustrated. So you get on and talk about stuff like the twin was saying, how much stuff that affect us? Other things out, I don't know that you listen to my show. You got women out there being mistreated out there at the Life Center, right out there, right down the street from you, right out there at Kilby. And maggots coming out the table, and they got to eat off the table, and all kind of stuff. And a lot of their women's product, you know. They say they sit on the stool, it's raining in them on there, you know, and they can't get nothing. One lady said she gonna eat you out 20 years. She don't even know how to work the telephone when she get out. She wanted to go so they could teach her about her job. So they don't even want to. That's what a lot of this money's from.
Well, I guess you got. Listen. I mean, you got representatives. I guess you got to go to them. Yeah. But y'all keep putting them back in.
Well, you put them back in too. That's what I'm
I put them.
They need both for the money. Now they want to claim it.
Yeah.
Like the brother said when he called my last caller yesterday.
Yeah.
He said these white folks around here sitting on that money. They need both for it. They want to claim it, and they want to say you don't have no. And the black representatives try to vote for it too.
Well,
won't ask for the money.
But
upset about.
Well,
they won't. The black representatives won't bring the money to the community, but they gave it to the lawyers.
Well, they're giving it to them. That's for sure. Right? Yeah. Well, again, you gotta hold your representative feet to Sankey trying to do it, but yeah, and I don't know where Elton and Harris and I don't know there. You know, Singleton and right. I mean,
What was the name yesterday? The representative, the white representative you had on that.
Charlotte Meadows.
Charlotte, she's part of it. We're in Boston and all them other ones. All of them represent Montgomery County, and we say,
yeah, well,
shouldn't go one place in Montgomery to affect everybody.
Yeah.
Now, I know your white caller gonna come and start attacking.
Okay.
Me.
Well, listen. I think white folk asking the same question. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think they are. Wait a minute. Contract. Mo Brooks don't represent Montgomery County. Well, we may be in. Right. Yeah. So evidently. Anyway, hey, I appreciate it. Again, I don't. We can talk about what we want to, but I guess our county commission is. I know Sankey's trying to do something, and Singleton will talk to you. I don't know if he'll say much, but I haven't heard Harrison so long. I forgot what it sounded like. And Elton, it's not enough to join the good old boy club, sit at the county commission, and have nice meetings, and nothing happens. Nothing happens significantly that'll change the lives of people. It's just not. We've been talking about getting broadband in the county for years. Still really hasn't happened yet. Okay, so, and then when you guys get an opportunity to change these offices because the guy's not the right guy that you think he ought to be, you don't give him a shot. Okay, you get the same people, the same shot all the time, and we end up with the same thing. Yeah, we got to take a break. We'll be back. I just want $168,000, and the only check that has been written to the Chamber of Commerce and to them to levitate. If there's a reason for it, let us know. We'll be back. I'm a little water here.
Hot buys like beds starting at just $159.99. Plus Tempur-Pedic savings.
Another day with plenty of sunshine and even warmer temperatures. A very cold start down in the low 30s with some frost will give way to an afternoon in the upper 60s. Plenty of sunshine. For tonight,
Good stuff.
it'll be mostly clear. There'll be a few more clouds late tonight into Wednesday morning, but still dry. We're down to 41 tonight. Low in mid-70s Wednesday, partly cloudy, then rain and storms become
Try to get over.
That's your first weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Look for an accident East Boulevard and Bond Road. Outside of that, we're looking pretty good. Checking out your traffic flow map here in the Tri-County area. 65 southbound running slow. There's the 143 coming out of Millbrook. That's normal. Just stay to the left and allow them to merge. And keep listening. We'll keep you posted. If you're ready to buy or refinance your home and you want the lowest rates, the best customer service, and the fastest closings, there's only one company. Call NCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000. NMLS 232-876. Buckle up, front and back. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Hey folks, this is Tammy Burkhalter at Prattville Farm Center, and did you know there's all kind of dogs that we can feed, like sleeping dog, hot dog, creepy dog, swimming dog, hunting dog, shaggy dog, left dog, windy dog, riding dog, hiding dog, stuffy dog, standing dog, hat dog, cozy dog, panda dog, even a dancing dog, man. So come see us at 1154 South Memorial Drive in Prattville, and we can even feed your kitty cat too.
The City of Montgomery Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds. The department exists to engage, enlighten, and elevate a diverse, inclusive cultural arts community. They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organizational and individual cultural endeavors in our hometown. To advance this cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and avid patrons of the arts. If this is you, visit montgomeryal.gov and click on the Cultural Affairs page to register to be part of Montgomery's creative community.
Jen, Happy New Year! It's so great to see you guys. You too, Sarah. I hope this isn't weird, but wow, Sam looks really good. A little weird, but thanks. Seriously, what's his secret? He's taking Nugenics, and he loves it. The testosterone booster you see on TV? Yes, it's really amazing. I read up on it, and the patented key ingredient Testofen helps boost free testosterone levels to trim up and stay lean. John's gotta try it. You should. It's easy. Just text and get a complimentary bottle. John will be happy you did. Nugenics helps increase lean muscle, so you feel stronger with more energy and endurance. And you'll like it too, if you know what I mean. Ooh, how do I order again? Just send them a text.
Text ARROW to 231231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenics Total T, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenics Thermal, our most powerful fat incinerator ever. It'll get you back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text ARROW to 231231. That's ARROW to 231231.
Shop the Rustic Furniture Outlet at American Oakenmore.
Handmade solid wood rustic furniture at factory direct prices.
Up to 70% off every day.
How can we sell so cheap?
Because we are a direct outlet for the factory.
We have over 1,500 items in stock available for immediate pickup or have it delivered.
Plus, we have truckloads arriving weekly.
Bedroom suites, table and chairs, occasional tables, entertainment center, consoles, gun cabinets. If it's rustic, we got you covered.
The Rustic Furniture Outlet, Wetumpka Highway, next to American Oak and More. No one has a President's Day sale like American Oak and More, with more deals worth celebrating.
Save 40% on all dining room furniture.
Beautiful rustic and handcrafted Amish table and chairs, old world farm tables, bar stools, and more 40% off. Save 40% on all living room furniture.
That's sofas, sectionals, recliners, love seats, and more.
Don't wait. It's a life, liberty, and pursuit of savings at American Oak and More.
Others been saying for almost 30 years. You don't pay fake money, don't settle for fake wood.
Attention men, have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right, but you just couldn't perform? Now there's hope. The secret starts with a visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills don't work. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Alderson, is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half of full male performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including the PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call.
Man, why is it cold up in here?
Like heart problems or prostate issues, even erectile dysfunction.
Trying to get over.
334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Get your confidence back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See website for more information on side effects. Treatments experts.
Who has got the cold air condition on?
The conservative millennial.
Come on.
Shapiro Show. They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down. Today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
All right. All right, take this last call before I get out of here. All righty then. Who's this? Good morning.
Good morning, Captain Steve.
Hey, Steve, what's up?
Oh, man, I tell you, about this money issue, all the way starts from the state of Alabama. You know, when they did send the money over to Alabama, and then 6 out of 7 of the representatives in Washington voted against the bill. Well, they sent the money to those people to distribute. Then the money comes down to this level. Again, everybody got justification for the money, but the money going nowhere. Like you said, to pay a lawyer to read what the lawyers that we already got should be able to read.
You would think. You would think.
So nothing is making any sense. I don't know if everybody, but one of the things I've always had a problem with, if you have a position and someone that's not in your position can tell you your job, then we might need to find somebody that's not scared to take a position on the position they represent. That's the other issue I see since I've been back down to here in Alabama. People are scared of their position. They're scared, and you mentioned it earlier, they're scared to lose their job.
Right.
Well, if that's your job to make that decision, and you're scared to make it, you might want to find something else.
Something else to do. That's true.
Yeah, because in the school system, that tenure thing, that's the other problem.
But I don't have a problem with tenure, though. I don't want a teacher scared to teach what she knows is right because somebody may politically disagree with her.
That's the problem, Kevin. People got mortgages and car notes.
Right.
And these people don't have. And the other thing that I got caught up with that I found out in the Walmart system that my ex-wife dealt with. When she got in the system initially as a cashier, she learned 4 or 5 different other positions. So Walmart was good at when you get too high up, you know, they ready to kick you out there and get a new person in there and start over paying less. But she found by having multiple positions, they couldn't get rid of her until she didn't qualify for something that they had. But these people got caught up with the fact the only thing they're doing, then they're scared to make a decision because they say, well, if I'm in that position and you hire me for that, if you want to answer to that position, ask me. And see, this is what we caught up in this whole thing. Nobody wants to spend the money because they say, well, give me all the reasons how I can spend it, and let's spend it in that way so we can move on. Because again, the kids are the ones getting caught.
Right. And I got to tell you something. Let's say I make a mistake and I spend it on something I shouldn't. I'd rather go down for trying to do the right thing than stay up there doing nothing.
You spend pretty good. Because I'm telling you, when that money sits and people that is in position to watch it, and the Bible somewhere kind of puts it in that perspective. You show me a man with a woman that deals with money a lot, I'm going to show you a thief most of the time. And so it's easy to go and spend it, and like you said, stand up for what you see. As long as you think it's
wrong, what you think is right. Appreciate it. Got to take a break. We'll be back. Again, I'd rather go down for doing right than stay up doing wrong. We'll be back. Hey, that sounds good out. We'll do something.
40.
I need that to, yeah, I need to put that copyright that. Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Riding in a car with his dad Friday afternoon just north of downtown Montgomery. His mom wants someone to come forward with information to help police put the shooter behind bars. Jason's funeral is set for this Saturday. Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill says former President Donald Trump will help with the state's annual photo ID and voter registration initiative. We're told a commercial was produced during Secretary Merrill's visit to the president's Mar-a-Lago estate last November. Every year, the Secretary of State's office produces a campaign to ensure all registered voters have a photo ID, remote registration, and voter participation. In Lee County, one lane of I-85 is now back open after a fiery multi-vehicle crash. Lee County coroner confirms at least one person has died in that crash. It happened near mile marker 51. The road was closed all the way to exit 57. No road in that lane was reopened.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by the Exogen Temporal Scanner.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez, a spokesman for Russia's defense ministry, claiming some military units are retreating from positions around the Ukrainian border. But correspondent Cammy McCormick reports the U.S. and allies are skeptical. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says he's seen no signs of de-escalation.
Everything is now in place for a new attack.
Stoltenberg said NATO has watched this scenario play out in the past.
What we've seen before is that they go in with heavy equipment and troops, take out some troops, and then they can ease them back in again after just a few days on very short notice.
He said he is cautiously optimistic that the Russians have expressed an interest in continuing diplomacy. An NSC official confirms to CBS News the White House has put together a Tiger team to game out how the U.S. would respond to a range of scenarios, including a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. 15-year-old Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva in tears as she moves into first place after finishing her short program at the Winter Olympics. It's clear to compete, even though she tested positive for doping before the games began. CBS's Steve Futterman is in Beijing.
There really has never been anything quite like this. Yes, we've had athletes perform in the Olympics, and then they've had their medals taken away after testing positive for drugs. We've had athletes suspected of using drugs participate, and we've had athletes serve suspensions, then come back to take part in the Olympics. But never before can I recall someone who has tested positive so recently taking part in competition.
Spanish officials say 4 people have died, more than a dozen are missing after a fishing trawler sank off Newfoundland. CBS's Vicki Barker from the Foreign Desk.
Rescuers who rushed to the scene found 3 life rafts. 2 were empty. The third contained only 3 sailors. 21 remain missing. There is 1 life raft still unaccounted for, so there may be hope of finding more survivors.
A Louisiana man who spent 44 years in prison for attempted aggravated rape in a case involving teenage twins has been freed. The decision, partly based on evidence that's been available. Vincent Simmons says he's grateful.
It dawned on me. This is it. Man, we've been waiting all these years for this.
His accusers are now 59, and they say he's still guilty. After 3 years without a host, the Academy Awards will take on a triple dose of comedy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wanda Sykes, Amy Schumer, and Regina Hall will head up March Oscar ceremony. S&P futures are up 53. This is CBS News.
Much. If you're checking for fever, the leading sign of COVID-19, beware of dangerously inaccurate non-contact thermometers. Instead, learn about Exogen at exogen.com.
Exogen would like to tell you about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate. The study also reports that they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. We can't afford to tolerate
cold in here.
Readings from non-contact thermometers. Accurate temperature measurements are unique Exogen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exogen. Learn more at exogen.com.
You could unlock more cash than you realize from your home's equity with a cash out refinance today. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. And with Rocket Mortgage, you could unlock thousands in less than 3 weeks. But you've got to act right now before rates go up. So when you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 833-8ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. Rates, current cost information, conditions, and lessons, and lessons, all 50 states and most consumer access, not over 30 call 800-901-223 for disclosures and cost information.
Hooray for the Rams in Hollywood.
The city's building a temporary display over the Hollywood sign, transforming the LA landmark to read Rams House. The sign will be up for most of the week as the city and team celebrate their historic win. A victory parade is also set for tomorrow. It'll be the first championship celebration since the pandemic. Chargers and Lakers both winning titles. It's also the first Super Bowl win for the Rams in Los Angeles. The team won in St. Louis back in 2000. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
The hot new clothing trend? Snoopy wear. Brands from Gucci to Marc Jacobs, H&M to J. Crew are putting images of the Charlie Brown gang on their clothing. A New Yorker essay pointed to the possible appeal. Time when kids played real football, had fistfights, used big vocabulary words, and fell in love.
Bill Bradley Services is going to help you stay warm and toasty this winter with the Bill Bradley Services $50 off HVAC repair discount. This $50 discount is our way of saying thanks for over 50 years of fixing your home. Call now to schedule your HVAC repair and save $50. Bill Bradley Services, the region's only certified room dealer. Certificate number 84449.
I'm sorry, it sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently. Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Wait a minute, are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app? Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas. And does that actually add up to anything? Only $200 to $300 this year. Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code TIME.
That's not true. Most people I endorse.
That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your first fill. You can cash out anytime your bank account, PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get
I'm stuck on you.
TIME for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. That's code TIME.
Gentlemen, now you can find the best brands and fits for you without even trying. Just follow these easy instructions. Step 1. Shop a personalized store that does all the work for you by customizing a selection for your taste and buyer. Step 2. Level up your closet with the best brands and fits with little to no effort. Now trying has never looked so good. Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store. You're so you.
Is your prostate waking you up more often than your alarm clock? The fact is,
I've seen fire and I've seen
prostate problems, which can affect your everyday life. That's where Prostate Complete by Real Health comes in. Prostate Complete is the result of 20 years of experience as a leader in men's health. The powerful formula in Prostate Complete supports natural prostate function and reduced urinary urges for a better quality of life. Visit prostate1perday.com for special offers. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it's time to get a new vehicle, Larry Puckett Chevrolet is the best place to find your new Chevy or a great used car. New cars, SUVs, and trucks are being delivered daily, and Larry Puckett has their largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in over a year. Check them out online at larrypuckett.com or visit them on Cobbs Ford Road in Prattville. And if you have an extra vehicle, bring it in for an instant cash offer. Whether you're selling or trading, your vehicle will never be worth more. Larry Puckett Chevrolet. We're the customers do the talking.
I've seen rain.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0070.
Gentlemen, Now you can find the best brands and fits for you without even trying. Just follow these easy instructions. Step 1. Shop a personalized store that does all the work for you by customizing a selection for your taste and body. Step 2. Level up your closet with the best brands and fits with little to no effort. Not trying is never looked so good. Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store. We're so you.
Is your prostate waking you up more often than your alarm clock? The fact is, the older you get, the more likely you'll have prostate problems, which can affect your everyday life. That's where Prostate Complete by Real Health comes in. Prostate Complete is the result of 20 years of experience as a leader in men's health. The powerful formula in Prostate Complete supports natural prostate function and reduced urinary urges for a better quality of life. Available at Walmart. Visit prostate1perday.com for special offers. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
All righty then.
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to me. Walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain.
Okay, I had to write myself a note right quick. Okay, now what I'm about to tell you, I have not 100% validated it, but I have it. I'm 95% sure. Now, it is my understanding we beat the NDO back a couple months ago. We beat it back. Me 2, the mayor 0 so far. But it is my understanding it is coming back under a different name. It's coming back. Now, as soon as I get the name, I'll let you know. See, it's coming back under a different name now. Because for some reason, we won't honor veterans on Veterans Day. I mean, we won't honor our dead warriors on Veterans Day, on Memorial Day, but we can, and Memorial Day is coming up again in May, but we can honor, people who decide to, they want to have an alternative lifestyle, which I'm cool. I'm cool with that. What you do, you do you, I do me. You just can't do me. I'm just saying I'm good with that. I don't have a problem. If you want to think you're a woman and you're a guy, hey, that's on you. If you want to be a guy because you think you put on a pair of pants and a vest and that makes you a guy, hey, that's on you. I'm good. Okay. All right. I'm just saying, if that's your perception, that doesn't make it a true reality. But if that's your perception, no, I'm good. But it seems that the mayor, and which I knew he wouldn't give up on. So I knew he wouldn't give up on it. But now I'm only saying that this is what I am hearing coming from the shadows. Now, whether or not the mayor wants to call us or his chief of staff down there wants to call me, I'll listen to him. I got no problem with that. It's always good to have a vigorous conversation about the theology of leadership. I have no problem with that. And I'm not the world's greatest leader, but I have been a leader. I'm one now too, actually. When you make you a sergeant in the Army, you become a leader. Some sergeants lead more others than others, but I have my little group, that I overseas and in the United States. I have my little group. I was good. Now I can't say I was the best leader in the whole wide world, but I did okay. You can always learn. There are better leaders in this town than I am. I'll put it to you that way. There are better leaders in this town than I am. But I have held the mantle of leadership. And it is a tough job because you're not going to get everybody to agree with you. Your job, though, is to coerce the majority of people to go with you. Okay? And that's the only thing. If there was one thing I didn't like about Trump, and don't like about Trump, he hasn't learned the art of leadership. He's learned the art of being a boss because money talks and the rest walk. But what do you do when you're in the middle of the ocean and the money won't help you? You have got to convince people that you have their best interest at heart, and you are going to make it through. So that's just one of the, that's one of. But anyway, so it does seem that the new non-discrimination ordinance is coming back. It's sneaking its way back into our conversation, but it's not called that anymore because we didn't beat that one down. So okay, it's going to be another ideological battle between me and the mayor. I'm getting tired of winning. I'm like Trump. I'm getting tired of winning, but he didn't win the big one. That's okay. I'm getting tired of winning though, but that's okay. Now, today at 11:30 today, parents and students from across the state of Alabama will gather in the steps of the State House at 11:30 this morning. That's this morning to voice their support for an expanded school choice, which I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Okay, I'm just all for it. The event will include brief speeches by a number of public officials. They didn't ask me though, but they had to ask me. I would have spoke, and will highlight school choice by as the avenue by which Alabama ceases to be last in the nation for education. Attendees will then spend time meeting with legislators and other elected officials at the State House to make their support known firsthand. And I'm going to be one of them down there to tell them, yes, we need a better deal than what we have right now. Like Roosevelt said, we need a new deal. We need a new deal. I'm just sorry. Now I'm going to be honest here, which is, I mean, most of the time I'm honest, but there's sometimes I just kind of like hold it close to my heart. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And maybe that's what it took. Now, before my child was in the public school, I really didn't care what happened in them. Didn't bother me. If people want to send their kids over there, if you want to get an IEP and an ODD and an ADHD designation for your child and have him banished for the rest of his life to mediocre jobs because he can't get a security clearance and all that stuff, hey, so be it. I'm good. That's okay. You want to have your child diagnosed with some psychological thingamajigger, that's good. We can live with that. But right now I can't do that. Right now I have to go and talk to my main man all the way from the mountaintop of Wetumpka. It is Mr. John Williams of Mortgage Corporation of the South. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kevin Elkins. How you doing on this Tuesday?
I'm full of well, you know what I'm full of.
I think your listeners say you're full of it.
Yeah. What's up?
All right. I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, and I speak from experience when I say this, it's nice when you run across a company when you call them, number one, they answer the phone, and they're friendly. They know what they're talking about, and they get the job done. Now, I just had an experience recently with a company in Duluth, Minnesota. And we all know about Duluth, Minnesota. And if you don't, I'm going to tell you about Duluth, Minnesota. It's cold up there. And there's a lot of ice, snow, and that sort of thing. Well, I had a great experience with this company. In fact, I had to call them multiple times. The experience lasted several weeks because it was a pretty big project we were working on. But I was going to tell you tell everybody, when I called up there, this company just got the job done. They were so nice to talk with. The experience was great. I look forward to talking to them every day. Well, one of the days I was talking to the lady up there, I said, I just want to ask you something. I said, every time I've called up here, you guys answer the phone. You're always cheerful. You always do a great job. You know what you're talking about. And this is just wonderful. And you guys get up and you traipse through that ice and that snow, risk slipping down and busting your tail, and you still have a big smile on your face. And I said, what is the secret? She said, we love our company. I said, wow, that's great. Small company, and they specialize in doing great things. And I said, well, that kind of reminds me, it's kind of like deja vu. It reminds me of our company back home here. Mortgage Corporation of the South. Folks, we've been working on it now for 27 years, working to make it right and get it right. I think we have it right. because that experience I just told you about right there is what we push for every single time someone calls our company. We hope that people will, our folks will call us and call us again, because our people that work here, our staff, they love our company. They answer the phones. We do a great job. So we're here for you. What we do real quick is we're a mortgage and loan center, and we call it and loan center because we do loans that other companies do not do. So if you want to buy a home, let's say, or refinance the one you have right now, and you have decent or good credit, well, how about a 1-hour loan approval and fast closing? If you have less than perfect credit and you need a loan to fix up your home, you need a new roof or whatever, well, we have loans for, debt consolidation, home improvements. You got all that, and you can get a loan with us. And even if you've had a bankruptcy, foreclosure, repossession in the past, you get the cash you need and rebuild your credit at the same time. So that's why we call it a complete mortgage and loan center. Whether you want to buy a home or refinance one, or you have perfect credit or slow credit, we're here for you. And we're going to answer the phone. A friendly staff member is going to get to know you. And more importantly, get you to closing and get you your cash. So just remember, Kevin, tell your audience how to get in contact with us. I'm going to hush and let you wrap it up. And I hope everybody out there has a great Tuesday today. And we'll chat again tomorrow morning. How about that?
Okay, John, listen, if you want to reach John Williams and Mortgage Corporation of the South, all the way up there in the great city of Wetumpka, on top of the mountain, not a hill, but a mountain. And they own that mountain up there, as a matter of fact. You want to give them a call, 567-9000, 567-9000. Now, somebody asked you what the email somebody asked you what the
You just made my day.
Yeah. Okay, good. I got the 567-9000 thing down pat though. Okay. Anyway, thanks, John. Appreciate it. Okay, I don't know why it is that I cannot put them two letters together. Okay, a little slow, I guess, someone. But anyway, good morning to you. Can I take a break? We'll be back. And so now watch out, be on the lookout for and there's the city council meeting today. Talk a little bit about that, and let's be on the lookout for this new NDO non-discrimination ordinance to show up again. But that's not going to be called that. Not going to be called that. Yeah, I'm going to find out what's going on up there, and maybe somebody could tell us where the money is. How can we write checks for the things that people need in this community? Why aren't we doing that? I don't know. For $168,000, we've already paid some lawyers with the internet, with email. Are we telling me? And we even got computer software now that'll read it to you. Are you telling me we haven't figured that out in all these months? What we can spend the money on? Maybe we got the wrong people reading it. We'll be back.
First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Hiring can be a headache. That's why there's Indeed, the hiring platform that removes the hassle. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates. And you can schedule and conduct video interviews right on their site. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Another day with plenty of sunshine and even warmer temperatures. A very cold start down in the low 30s with some frost will give way to an afternoon in the upper 60s. Plenty of sunshine. For tonight, will be mostly clear. There'll be a few more clouds late tonight into Wednesday morning, but still dry.
I've seen fire. I've seen rain.
Wednesday, partly cloudy, then rain and storms become likely late Thursday, and there is a risk for severe weather as well. That's First Alert Forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. If you're looking for a Toyota Corolla or a Toyota Tacoma, they've got them at Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter. Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter on the East Boulevard. Buckle up. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
On February 7th, 1926, famed Black author Carter G. Woodson launched Black History Month, which would eventually become Black History Month. Carter G. Woodson felt that by creating a space dedicated to acknowledging Black accomplishments, it would not only create tradition, but create endearment for those inside and outside of the Black community. Cumulus Media celebrates Black History Month.
Stack and bench Benjamins with Joe, and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
Joe and his gang.
The technology platform for Vanguard is trash. We see it on our platform all the time.
I've seen fly and I've seen rain.
Sitting on hold for 3 hours to talk to somebody, that's an easy transaction you should be able to do online. I mean, they have problems listening to people. They've only got 1 year. Talking about Van Gogh, right? How long have you been sitting on that one?
Stack and Benjamins. Listen wherever you get your podcast.
GiveMeTheVin.com has a 5-star Better Business Bureau rating. I'm extremely proud of this. When all of my competitors, the big 3 in the country, are 1 star. There's a reason we have 5 stars. It's because we take care of you, and we are the home of no seller's remorse. Top money, quick transaction. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com. Get your quote. We back it up. GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell up your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at the Capitol Launch Bar on the beautiful Alabama River over here. Y'all, let me go ahead and tell you about good times on the river this week. Misty Blue's in town. That's right, from Massachusetts. Miss Gina Coleman and her band Misty Blue will be down here. We're excited, y'all. She's really killing it, making some great waves on the airwaves, having a good time doing it. We'll cook up some fresh seafood for you. Check it out at CapitolLaunchBar.com to see a menu, the upcoming shows. We're having a good time, y'all. The river's ready. Bring your boat. Don't forget the RV park's open and running. You're having a good time. Come down and stay a while with us.
Attention men, have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right, but you just couldn't perform? Now there's hope. The secret starts with a visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills don't work. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Alderson, is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half of full male performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including a PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call, even if the pills haven't worked or you have a medical issue like heart problems or prostate issues. If you have erectile dysfunction and want to perform much better, call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Get your confidence back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See website for more information on side effects. Treatments extra. Results may vary. Montgomery Men's Health.
Sometimes you need things done around your house or land that your lawnmower or weed eater just can't handle. That's when you call Prattville Farm Center. They bring their own crew and equipment and clear whatever you need. They say no job is too small. I've been going to Prattville Farm Center for years, and I like dealing with hometown folks. They get the job done right and get it done quickly. If you have land that needs clearing, call Randy at Prattville Farm Center on South Memorial Drive in Prattville. Call 365-5400.
They are the 2 sexiest fat men alive. Really fun. And you can hear Rick and Bubba on News Radio 1440, beginning at 9 a.m. Depend on it.
I've seen rain. Okay, we're back. We're live and in person. Somebody's on the phone. I don't know what the. Okay, there goes my song there. I was loving some James Taylor back in the day. I got introduced to him, man, in the 80s when I was in Hawaii. I lived a lot of places. Maybe nobody wanted me. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
Yes.
How you doing, Kevin?
Fine.
Couple things. The Sugar Hill Gang. You never played it.
Oh, I will.
I think, I'm not positive, but I believe that Ron LaPred sponsored and helped put that group together before he left the Commodores. And he might be the godfather of rap. Ron LaPred from Shorter, Alabama. Bass guitarist. Another thing, he wrote the song Zoom. And he co-wrote Easy, which you were playing yesterday that confused your guest. She was close. She mentioned Lionel Richie, but for the wrong song. But I'm going to give you a name, and if you really want to research something, look her up. Her name is Gail Sheehy. Anybody out there that knows who she is, call in. And we need to have a discussion on that. The last thing I want to say, though, Kevin, and you're right, here's a quote. I think it was Yamamoto. In a world that's ruled by gangsters, none of us are secure. I can remember once Fisher and I were doing a show, and we started talking about the spoils of victory with the politicians. And all of a sudden, one of the state representatives came by, it was Alvin, and he just bullied his way into the studio and wanted to do a show with Roberta, to counteract what we were talking about. But as long as we allow spoils you're going to have it. And that money that's going to that law firm, all that's the spoils. Whoever won, they got to pay back these people that put up the money. Best thing to do is come up with one primary and put everybody on the same ballot. That way you can eliminate the party affiliation until the general election. But in the primaries, you should put everybody on the same ballot. And you will find that the polarity will disappear, racism, and a lot of the other things that just covered Alabama in the last 10, 15 years. And, there's a way out of it. And it could happen on May 24th. The election for all the state offices will be held that day in the Republican primary. So if you have an interest in the Senate seat, it's going to be up there for 6 years. And whoever gets that seat can either do a lot of damage to a lot of people that listen to this radio station, or somebody else might get in there and might do some things positive for the state of Alabama. That's my gift to you all this morning.
All righty then. Appreciate your call there. I think good. Also, this came on the news yesterday or day before yesterday. The appeals court has denied A.C. Smith manslaughter conviction. The Alabama Criminal Court of Appeals has affirmed the decision to deny an appeal for former Montgomery officer Aaron Cody Smith. Court records show that the court issued a substitute opinion early in February, reaffirming its decision to deny Smith appeal to overturn his conviction and sentencing. According to the court records, the defense said that they intend to take the appeal court to the appeal to the Alabama Supreme Court. At the same time, the state has renewed its motion to revoke Smith's bond and impose a sentence in March. Okay, a hearing on the case is held for this Thursday at 10 o'clock a.m. Smith, of course, fatally shot Gregory Gunn during a field interview on McElvey Street on February 25th, 2016. He was initially charged with murder, but convicted of manslaughter. During his trial, Smith testified that his district was getting torn up with burglaries and said his lieutenant told him to stop everything that moved. Smith was sentenced to 14 years in prison and to pay court costs and restitution. He resigned, of course, following his conviction. Also, other things, something else going on. There was in Oxford. Well, I'll get to that story tomorrow. That's not really that important. Jeff Coleman's is on the. What was that? Is that my phone? See, I don't know why people don't realize that I'm actually on the, on the radio this time. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, okay, there you go. Get me when we get off here. Jeff Coleman is going again, try for Congress, I guess. Dothan businessman purchased television advertisements during the Super Bowl on Sunday. So we'll see how it works out for him again. I never had the opportunity to talk to him. Also, Wetumpka police, there's a Wetumpka police guy that's on leave after Montgomery arrested him on domestic violence. Listen, brother, you just want to come to Montgomery. That ain't the way to do it. But that's okay. Wetumpka police officer is on administrative leave pay after being arrested Friday on drug and domestic violence charges in Montgomery. Well, sorry about that, brother. Sorry about that. Anyway, and listen, does Park Crossing have a female coach for the men's basketball team? I saw a picture in the paper the other day. I just don't know if that's true or not. But they didn't say whether she was a woman or the man coach. But I don't think it's a good idea to have a female coach over the men's team. But anyway, that's just my thing. Don't forget 11:30. I don't know why nobody asked me to come down there and speak. I got a lot of things to say about this thing. But getting back to what I was saying earlier, I will admit to you that if my child wasn't going to school, I wouldn't have cared, because I didn't believe. I mean, I used to hear a lot of people complaining, a lot of people leaving public schools. I would not believe that, and I didn't believe most of it. I mean, but I said, hey, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. But after having my first year over there, I'm a believer now. I'm a believer. But now, again, though, and make sure I don't want anybody to get me wrong here. I am not blaming kids for anything. I'm not. Not even a little bit. I am blaming grown people, the people that are in charge. Kids will do what you allow them to do. Okay. I mean, they will. I will too. If you let me do crazy things, I'm gonna do crazy things too. So I'm not blaming the kids. Kids are fine. Kids are great. But they need leadership somewhere, either through the AEA, the Superintendents Association of America, School Superintendents Association of America, or something. Somewhere along the line, somebody said, leave them alone. Okay, let's give them a appeal. Let's give them a designation, and then let's go to work, collect that check, and go home. I mean, somebody said that. Somebody said that. I don't know who said it. I wasn't in the meeting, but obviously somebody said it. Okay. Now I want you to think about the duplicity of Alabama. We have people in Alabama who build things that go to Mars. Do you know the ability that one has to have in order, the mathematical skills that one has to have in order to do what folks in Alabama have done on a number of occasions? So while we are last according to the statistics in education in America, we are number one with rocket scientists. I mean, so it shows us that if we expect more, we get more. Okay, we get more. So that's just my thing. But somebody said dumb them down and we can pay them less. Okay, I guess that's what the deal is. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Bill.
Yes.
Now I know you guys did about this school system.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you talking about these rocket scientists coming from other states that spend money on their school system.
But they come. Well, a lot of them come from Alabama. I mean, Huntsville.
No. You go up there, they do not come from Alabama.
How do you know that?
Because I talked with my daughter went to UAB, that was
right.
About their kids down to go to school down there. They was not from Alabama. You said a lot of them there are not from Alabama.
But a lot of people come here to go to school. So obviously, we have the ability. Okay.
All those things. So I'm just saying they come in here. But here's what I want to say. Y'all keep talking about the money.
Yes.
You know what the superintendent get paid per student at Pike Road?
No, I don't.
$85 per student.
Okay. Is that
the superintendent get paid for Montgomery school system?
What's that? What's that?
$7.
I don't believe that. I don't. Wait a minute. What is the salary of the superintendent of Pike Road?
The salary is $186,000.
Okay, so
there are 7,000 kids in that school system. Montgomery is 223,000 as of 2020, and there are 28,000 plus kids in that system. So now.
So wait. Let me do the math here real quick on my calculator. So the salary for the superintendent in Pike Road is $185.
Pike Road is $186,550.
Okay, so we go 187. Okay, 187. Okay. 187,000 divided by how many students?
Pike Road.
Yeah.
2,183 kids.
It's $85 per child, per student. Right. Okay. That's a little. Well, that is a little change.
Now you figure that out and all that stuff. They always come back when it comes to spending money on different people.
Listen. They say figures. They say figures don't lie, but lies figure. Are you telling me that the superintendent of Pike Road got paid based on how many students there were? That's how they reached their salary.
That's what. Okay, I'm just telling you the numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers say
Right.
for the best money. And when you go down to the state of Alabama, where you talking about all these cities, when you talking about Alabama, Hoover, and all that stuff, the superintendent is not getting $7 per student.
Well, let me ask you something. Why is Pike Road, if it's about money, why is the Pike Road superintendent leaving and going to Pell City?
Well, because ain't Pike Road trying to change some things, and they decide they don't want that superintendent.
Okay, I'm just saying. So it's got to be more than money. Well, and how much money do you think we should pay an untested source to be the superintendent of schools in Montgomery? Again, I know, but how much money does the governor earn? I think the governor's salary for the state of Alabama is around, I think, 120, 130, something like that. And he or she runs a state.
Right, but now, how many other departments we pay, how much money we pay other department folks to help run this?
And I got you, and some of them actually makes more money than the governor does, whether it's him or her.
So now who set that up? Was it the legislator or was it her?
Well, it was the legislators probably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the governor didn't come up with their own.
That's what I'm saying. So
okay.
You go look at all these schools.
So you think it's money? You think it's money?
Look at the employees in those systems, and you look at how many employees
right.
got a minute versus the other one, and the student population is so much smaller.
Right.
That you gonna
okay, but let me ask you a question now. Anybody who comes to Montgomery, they are going to know how many students there are. They're going to know what their salary is. So salary is not an issue here. Nobody has been mandated to take this job. Everybody knows what it is.
You see, and that's what Montgomery we're talking about. Why do the police officers come to Montgomery, get trained, and then move up to the other cities that pay more money?
Because y'all scream racism every time somebody get arrested.
No, they need because you get paid more money.
Okay.
They need because you talk about no racism. You're going for the cash.
Okay. Appreciate it. Let me take one more. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning. Each board determines the salaries. They negotiate the salaries.
Mm-hmm.
And salaries are not based on what you know. But one thing people know about coming to Montgomery, if they're applying for a job, you can talk a good game, and you don't have to prove yourself, and they will pay at the yang.
Okay. There may be some truth to that because everybody who's come.
You don't have to prove anything. You might go by, I don't know how they're investigating, how they're looking into the historical aspects, or if they're getting pressure from certain groups or certain individuals. You got to think about it's a lot of things that come into play. But the board determines what the salary will be. And yes, they love to come to Montgomery every time and get everything they want. And they never have to prove themselves. The proof is in the pudding when we look at the kids academically. You have a good morning.
Okay, then. I imagine there's some truth to that. One more call and take my last break, an hour. Good morning. Who's this?
Morning, Kevin.
Yes.
Hey, I want to tell you like this. I think Bud made a comment about how other school systems have better results. And one thing that Montgomery does is accountability. The superintendent that you hire in Montgomery, who are they accountable to?
Supposedly the board.
Okay, but in Elmore County, in Madison County, and these other in Lee County, who are those superintendents accountable to?
Well, I think they're elected, aren't they?
Yes, that's your problem. Accountability. Who can hire, who can fire you? You don't have to sit there and worry about negotiating a contract. The people get rid of that superintendent. That superintendent is not doing what they need him to do. When a superintendent's hands are tired by the board, they have to do what the board wants them to do. You know, it's just like we have our governor. We elect our governor and then we elect our representative. So we need in Montgomery, you need a superintendent that is elected by the people.
How would right, but let me answer that. And to me, that sounds good, But I have to tell you, I'm not pervy. I don't have the know-it-all to know when somebody's actually in compliance with the latest educational techniques and that. And I don't think the general public is either. So is it fair that people with no expertise in the field critique the person that has it?
Is working for the rest of these school systems throughout the state of Alabama and throughout the country. Don't you think it could work for Montgomery? I mean, it's a checks and balance.
Right.
Right.
Our
checks and balances off with our superintendents in Montgomery because they're accountable directly to the board.
To the board, yeah.
The board members are accountable to us. Oh, when Lisa Keith was your board member, you were happy with.
She still is. I just talked to her. She still is.
She's in the legislature now, right?
No, she's on the school board. She now what she doesn't have, a high school, Lee High School is not under her, it's under Claire Will. But she's still my board member. So yeah, I'm good.
If you're happy with her, but it's one person that I think is very real. Keep coming on and saying with the city council members, one board member, one council member. I cannot do anything without the rest of the council members.
That's true. But if that one board member can get her message or his message out to the public, I think then that's where we get involved and we marshal forces and we go represent ourselves to that board.
Well, that's the point I'm trying to make, Kevin. You got to get accountability of the superintendent. Needs to fall on the people, not the board. I mean, that's the way our whole system works. Our mayor and our city council members in Montgomery. Why not our school board?
Yeah,
and our superintendent there. Why not let the people choose? Because she's having to pay these people after they're fired or let go because their contract is up. If you elect them, hey, your check is gone. When we get rid of you, we do a recall or we do a whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm on. But Alabama doesn't have the ability to do recalls, so
well, but
they could.
In our school system, we do have ability to get rid of superintendents in other areas. And see, in Montgomery, you got to spend this money to do this study to find somebody. I mean, let the people vote.
Yeah.
Let the responsibility fall on the people because you're sitting here whining and crying about it. I mean, nothing. All they got to do is satisfy their board members.
Well, that's true. Well, that's true. Hey, listen, I got to take a break. My last break. We'll come back. Rapper's Delight. The first rap song I ever liked. Probably the only one. Hey. Boom, 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 boom. I'm in hip, and then the hop, and then the hip, and the hop, and the hoop, hop.
Now get 20% off custom printed signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Offer ends due 26. See staples.com/signage for details. Staples, the working and learning store.
Another day with plenty of sunshine and even warmer temperatures. A very cold start down in the low 30s with some frost will give way to an afternoon in the upper 60s. Plenty of sunshine. For tonight, it will be mostly clear. There'll be a few more clouds late tonight into Wednesday morning. 41 tonight. Low in mid-70s Wednesday. Partly cloudy, then rain and storms become likely late Thursday. There is a risk for severe weather as well. That's your first alert.
Who is this?
I'm meteorologist Tyler Savory for News Radio.
Montgomery Skywash Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. Is better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Well, Montgomery, right now things are looking good. Nothing's being reported that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. If you're looking for a Toyota Corolla or a Toyota Tacoma, they've got it at Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter. Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter on the East Boulevard. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major
When
Delay.
it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Hey, Jim! Thanks for coming.
Are you kidding? I never miss one of your dinner parties. Oh, how's the new job?
They're growing fast, And I stopped working weekends, thanks to how much smoother everything runs on NetSuite by Oracle.
Fantastic. We're still using QuickBooks.
Why haven't you upgraded to NetSuite?
We're making QuickBooks work, sort of.
Watch your language. The kids are right there. Sorry, Amy. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. And 93% of surveyed businesses increased their visibility and control since upgrading from QuickBooks to NetSuite.
Yeah, sounds like it's time for me to switch to NetSuite. Over 27,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite has a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/advantage. Head to netsuite.com/advantage for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/advantage.
Attention Alabama voters, stand by for a Republican election alert. President Donald J. Trump has endorsed conservative Mo Brooks for U.S. Senate in the Alabama Republican primary. Repeat, Trump endorses Brooks for Senate. Speaking at a rally here in Alabama, President Trump repeatedly praised Mo Brooks.
Mo is someone who has fought harder than anyone else in Congress. He's got courage. He's an honest guy.
Yeah, everything's
He is
all
really a fighter.
which is pretty good actually, except when something goes bad, you lose the whole
I
thing.
have never been more confident that we will
Yeah.
defeat the radical left. Your next U.S. Senator from Alabama, Mo Brooks.
That was President Trump endorsing Mo Brooks for U.S. Senate. Conservative Mo Brooks, the Trump Republican choice for U.S. Senate. Paid for by Club for Growth Action. ClubForGrowthAction.org and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committed. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Gentlemen, now you can find the best brands and fits for you without even trying. Just follow these easy instructions. Step 1. Shop a personalized store that does all the work for you by customizing a selection for your taste and body. Step 2. Level up your closet with the best brands and fits with little to no effort. Not trying has never looked so good.
Right.
Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store. We're so you.
Is your prostate waking you up more often than your alarm clock? The fact is, the older you get, the more likely you'll have prostate problems. Which can
Okay,
affect
I do
your
it. Let
everyday
me.
life. That's where
Let,
prostate
I'm.
complete by Real Health
Did you
comes in.
because you know what?
Prostate
The
Complete
next
is
couple of
over
days,
20
I'm
years
kind
of
of
experience
tied up,
as a leader in
but
breast
I will
health.
give you a number
Prostate
of
Complete
my
supports
friends who I
natural
work with.
prostate function and reduced urinary
Atlanta,
urges
you know
for a better quality of life.
where
Or Walmart. Visit
Healthwise Food is.
prostateoneperday.com for special offers. These statements have not been
Well,
evaluated
I
by
work with
FDA
them
sponsors
now
and
over
intended
there
for
on
cure
the Atlanta Highway, right next to Healthwise Food, right in the same little shop there called Montgomery Computer Services. Those guys are the best that there is.
Switching to Medishare
I work
for
with
healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month.
277-6902.
And that's huge, but it's also true that people
Just
are
tell them I
way
had you
more
called.
satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare
Thank
is
you, man.
double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care.
Time is going by
The
fast.
gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 844-47-BIBLE. That's 844-47-BIBLE. 844-47.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial, the Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Today at 3 p.m. on News.
And me, the groove, and my friend that tries to make you feel. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I love to say that.
Okay, we're back. Okay, I'm here. I'm back. A little rapper's light thing there going on. Let me go back to phone right quick. Good morning. Thanks for holding.
Good morning. This is Dr. Shrink.
Yes, Dr. Shrink.
Listen. They know the powers that be, with the political powers that be, they know exactly what they're doing in terms of what the superintendent and those things that have been in place. We got to change the policy. They already know that, Kevin. So, I'm not a resident of this state, but I've been here over 30 years. And, from what I see,
Wait a minute, that makes hey, that makes you a resident like me.
Well, I'm a resident like you. And, people here in our great state here, they know exactly what they're doing, the powers that be in terms of, business expansion, even like with the mayor here in the city of Montgomery. There's some great things that are taking place in the city, but we have individuals that want to focus in on the negatives, and they want to focus in on views that's not progressive to grow the city. Progressive. That's it. And, we got to do better, and we can do better, and we will.
All righty then. Thank Thank you for holding on and giving us that information. Who is that in the background?
That's the Luke guy right there.
Ah, well, all right. Nice to meet you. Well, I didn't really meet you, but maybe one of these days we will. I'm not sure. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. Okay, don't forget 11:30. There's going to be a meeting downtown in the State House over there. But all the folks who say, yeah, it's time to change we need education with a choice. I think hey, nobody sent me a thing to go speak or anything. What's up with that? I'm thinking they would, being the influential individual that I am, you would think that they would just, matter of fact, I'm surprised nobody offered to pay me. Anyway, so much for that. All right, but don't forget, Mo Brooks touts his voting record in Scottsboro yesterday. I'm the only conservative who's running in this race. There's probably other people going to disagree with that. Let me see now. The gubernatorial post has got Ivy at 54%, James at 11%, and Blanchard at 9%. One would say if these polls hold up, you'll be saying Governor Ivy again. Okay then. And we got some other people in this thing too. What else is going on? Jeff Coleman, League of Southern. And the League of Southeastern Credit Union endorses Ivy, Ainsworth, Marshall for re-election, which is okay. Beth Chapman, she says broadband is on the way. Okay, the president, of course, was spied on. Everybody knows that. I know all you folks telling all them lies, but he got screwed. Okay, but I cannot bring myself to say the election was stolen only because, listen, the Republicans had a chance to get out there and vote for 30 days for the presidency too. They just didn't do it. Okay, they were somewhat arrogant and thought they was going to win anyway. Well, what do we learn from that? Okay, what do we learn from that? Okay, we have to get out there and do the same thing our opponent does, or else on election morning, we will be setting like we were this past election morning. Okay, that's all I can tell you. One more call, and we'll call this a day. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Kevin?
Pretty good.
All right. Can't I win? I think she's too old. This governor, she's 78 years old.
Well, yeah, but you know what? If the guy in the White House is 79,
I think it should be a cutoff, really. I think once you pass 65, I think that's too old.
I don't know. Wait, hold on. Time out here. Wait a minute. I'll be 65 this year. And my mental faculties are still pretty good. Okay. But listen, I'm not in total disagreement with you. I'm not going to change anything I am about me. It's not going to change. And sometimes we need to change. And sometimes we need a younger, as long as they're intelligent and mature. I don't necessarily. Yeah. Yeah, when you're pushing 80, you might need to stay. Yeah, you might need to go home. Yeah. And listen, I agree with you. He'll be 78, 79. I mean, I think it's time to go home. Count your money. Yeah. Yeah. It may be time to get some young blood in there, but evidently we can't find enough young blood out there that people want to engage in this process, seeing how other people are used, abused, lied on, stomped on. I mean, maybe young folks just don't want to go through it. I don't know, but I will agree. I don't know how old is too old. I think the voters get a chance to determine that. And if the young folks won't come out and vote, then all you're gonna do is get older people in the office. Okay, let's not go 65. Let's say 70. Okay, I think 70 is old enough to go to the House, call it a day, and give some of that wisdom to the younger generation. Let's not go 65. I'll be 65 this year. Okay, I still feel like a spring chicken. Now I may not be one, but I still feel like one. So I'm just saying, my mind is as crisp and as what was I saying? Hey, I'm just joking. Anyway, I gotta go, but I gotta go. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Get some Spanish drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go, down, down, Holiday Inn. You say if your girl starts acting,
then you take her friend. Okay, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully. If the good Lord says the same.
it was 12 o'clock the one Friday night. I was rocking to the beat, feeling alright. Everybody was dancing on the floor, doing all the things that never did before. And then this fly girl with a sexy lead, she came into the bar, she came into the scene.
USFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday.
I say hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. If your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend. Okay, all right, we go with that. I'm a mellow.
Police put the shooter behind bars.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. If your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend. Come on, hey, I don't